Today's show is brought to you by Lovable.
Here we go.
The autumn split and the winter split are finally over, and it's time for the spring split. Welcome to Game Week 1.
Looks like Farouk is almost getting it done on the board. Should still be a draw. He's losing now suddenly.
He's throwing a thorn into the white side, holding on here for dear life. The nerves are kicking in.
He's playing with Ghost, afraid to commit.
Did he lose on time?
The clock is his worst enemy right now. Oh, look at this. He's trapped his own king in the corner. The black rook is hit as well.
Whoa, is this a blunder?
Checkmate is coming.
Welcome to the Take studio. We are ready for the first week of the spring split that is starting today. It is March. And David, you're here with us in the studio. Jon Christian, welcome back. And both of you have been in Hamburg, Germany. And David, you are keeping yourself alive on the rating list.
Exactly. We've been busy, boys. I played for my German league team, St. Pauli. They were my first games in just under 1 year. So hopefully that means I'm still active on the rating list. They didn't go according to plan, 2 draws, but it was a lot of fun to be back at the board.
How did the team do?
The team won both matches, so that's all that matters.
Okay.
I contributed. Despite messing up some winning positions, I helped out.
But this is also, Magnus also plays for this team when he is playing in the German league, right?
Yeah, that's right. So Magnus, he hasn't played yet this season, but he's kind of the ace up the sleeve. They're saving him for the big matches, and he's very passionate. They're sponsored by Freestyle Chess, and they've got big ambitions to win the league in a few years' time. So we're just building at the moment. Still one of our first years in the top division.
And Jon Christian, you were also there. What was your role in this team match?
Well, let's just say I did some cultural exchange. So I was there. Very interesting to see the Bundesliga, probably the strongest strongest chess league in the world. And I mean, they played at this big football stadium, which is FC St. Pauli. A really cool setup. They sold tickets. I was there, and I saw David play. I saw a lot of other players, alum play as well. Really cool. Caught up with some old friends. Very good weekend.
And I think we have some images of you playing here, David. Which opponent is this?
This is a Grandmaster Pavlidis. Actually, it was a very interesting game. I blundered horribly at some point, and I was in big trouble. Shout out to him. He mentioned afterwards that he watches every Title Tuesday, my opponent, rather than play in the event. And yeah, this is with Shaksnak, some of our good friends, podcasters here in Norway. And yeah, I think I was having more fun clearly in the pictures after the games than during the games, which I found really stressful. But yeah, it was really nice. It's always more fun to play chess when you're surrounded by people you know and like. And yeah, it was a lot of fun memories.
And I also feel like playing team chess is also sometimes more inspiring, at least for me, because I feel like then your result kind of affects other people and you can kind of root for others if your own game is not doing so well. And Jon Christian, you are also going to be playing team chess this weekend here in Oslo.
Yes, I am in the 3 final rounds of the Norwegian Team League Elite Series. So it will be fun. We are facing some strong teams. Perhaps we're playing David's team as well, Vålerenga. So we'll see if he suddenly shows up.
I'm retired. I'm back to retirement for the next year.
Well, this weekend doesn't say so. And I saw your games. You played very well. I have to say, just didn't convert it properly. But you still know how to move some pieces.
Yeah, that's the first thing that disappears with rust, with age, the killer instinct. But Maybe I'll rediscover it for this weekend.
All right. Well, Split 2 is over, and we can take a look at how it really ended up. It's Magnus on top, and the most important thing to notice here is the top 8 players, because these are the ones who are qualified for the chess.com Open. But more on that in a moment. We see that actually Kamer, Caruana, and Serrana all had 19 points at the end of Split 2. So that was the sum of all the points of their best placements. But because Kamer had a second place, while Caruana and Serrana had some third places, he won the tiebreak there. So he is the 8th man and therefore qualified for the chess.com Open. And we can take a look at those 8 guys. And in addition to these guys, there's going to be 8 more spots that are going to be handed out through the month of March through some tournaments on chess.com. Magnus, I guess, is going to be the favorite there as well, Jon Christian?
Well, Magnus is the favorite in everything he plays, but the points that we just saw, I mean, he's not as dominant as he has been previously. So it seems like people are catching up to him a little bit in this format, or maybe Magnus is getting a bit lazy. Who knows? But I would still say Magnus is definitely the favorite in everything he participates in.
And this is important because this is one of the ways to qualify for the Esports World Cup, because the top 3 in this chess.com Open, previously named the chess.com Global Championship, top 3 there will qualify for the Esports World Cup. And David, since last time, we've filled in 2 of the players who are qualified now through the Speed Chess Championship. We've got Firouzja, Lazovic, and then, of course, Magnus through being the reigning champion. But a lot of spots up for grabs.
Exactly. Still plenty to play for. That's why we saw the trend at the end of the last split of all the best players in the world playing. We know Magnus and Hikaru, they love this event. Hikaru probably will make it on points, but yeah, we've seen so many giants of world chess throw their hat in the ring every single week. And it's because of these spots. There's a lot of prize money up for grabs at the EWC, a lot of pride as well, a lot of prestige. So yeah, it's nice to see that it's helping build this ecosystem with Title Tuesday as well.
And we are now heading into the spring split, as you can see in the top left corner of our screen, because this Champions Chess Tour, the Title Tuesdays have been divided up into 3 sections, and we've already seen the autumn split, we've seen the winter split, and now we are in the spring split. And a lot more than just points is up for grabs. Also, the winner of each split gets $5,000, and now everyone is starting at 0. So it's going to be very exciting to see who signs up today. And another thing that's very exciting to be paying attention to is Faustino Oro, a guest that we've had here. He is busy playing the Aeroflot Open, and he could become the youngest grandmaster throughout history if he secures his 3rd and final grandmaster norm. David, what do you think of his chances and his results so far?
Oh, it's going to be tough. He has won 2 games, a few draws so far. He's played a couple of strong grandmasters, but the opposition is going to get even stronger. 4 rounds to go. He might need to win at least 3 of those 4, or score at least 3 points, probably more. So it's going to be difficult. I mean, credit to him though. He's playing a really, really strong Open. He could have chosen maybe kind of lower hanging fruit there to try and maximize his chances, but he's really taking on the challenge. And even if he doesn't break the record, he'll be a grandmaster surely by the end of this year.
And we will be paying attention to that, and we'll see if he does sign up for Title Tuesday. He has been doing very well recently, and here are some of the names that have signed up so far. Anyone you're surprised to see here, Jon Christian?
Well, let's see. I've been following the Prague Open as well, which is playing now days. I guess they start at 3 o'clock, so none of those players will participate unless we have some seriously fast draws. So it's nice to see Gustafsson on the starting list. It's been some time since I've seen him. Apart from that, Lazovic, MVL, Hikaru. Of course, going to be top contenders. I don't see any Magnus just yet. Maybe he comes like a couple of minutes before.
Seconds before.
Yeah. Otherwise, anything your eyes catches?
Well, one player we do know for sure who is going to be playing is Grandmaster Krikor Mkhitaryan. Let's get to know him a little bit better.
I'm Grandmaster Krikor from Brazil, and I'm going to be playing Title Tuesday from the Take studio today. Let's go. So I'm a Grandmaster since 2010. In the past, I used only to play. I was a professional chess player. I still play like a few events every year, but it's not my main thing now. I work for chess.com, that's my main thing. I take care of content in Portuguese. And I also have like my YouTube channel, my videos that we have every day, new videos on my YouTube channel.
Seu Beat foi convidado para esse próprio Champions de agora, mas recusou. Eu realmente não queria tomar em D4, né? E aqui eu joguei F4 jogando meio rápido até, com 7 minutos no relógio, baixei para 5. Isso, mas não faz sentido correr D3 agora, né? E aqui eu falei, agora tá tranquilaço, né?
I've been playing knight F3 as white, the red sea opening. It's always very difficult. I mean, I'm always trying to get like top 20 for me is like a big win already whenever I get there. So the big competition is try to be able to play with the best players of the world. Vamos Brasil, quero vocês na torcida hoje. Vamos.
All right, I'm happy we had subtitles for that because my Portuguese is not very good. But Krikor, he's going to be sitting here in the streaming booth. It's going to be interesting to see how he does because we have had a lot of guests now who have tried their hand week in and week out. And let's take a look at some of their results. Where do you think Krikor might hope to place among all of the talent that we've had here, David?
Ooh, he said that top 20 was his goal, or maybe would be regarded as a success for him. So that would be probably 8 points. That would be the third, fourth highest place of all of our guests so far. We've had some super strong players, lots of grandmasters. I would say I would predict somewhere in the middle of this pack, but it's tough. I mean, it depends on the pairings. It might be decided by a couple of flaggings, blunders last minute. But Krikor's a super strong grandmaster, really experienced. I've actually played him in 2 Olympiads, even as far back as 2012. So he can do it on his day.
So he's an experienced player. Jon Christian, any expectations for Krikor here?
Yeah, such a handsome man. I think we have to have big expectations for him. Let's go top 20.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's going to be exciting. So can he enter the leaderboard here? That's something we're going to be paying attention to. And we see also that Maxime Lagrave and Duda have signed up. Those were 2 of the guys that did the best in the second split. So they are already ready. And as well as Arjun Erigaisi, who also is one of the players who qualified for this chess.com Open. So a lot of the big guys are signing up right now.
Yeah, really nice to see. We have some candidates as well. Bluebaum entering, I think, with the candidates in just a few weeks now. Like, he's going to be in training mode. It's going to be fun to see if he's in good form. Yeah, but where's Magnus? Not long now, 2 minutes. What are we predicting? Will he play? And how few seconds will be left on the clock?
Because there's been quite a couple of weeks now where he hasn't really been performing at his highest level. I remember he became number 40 and number 20-something the last 2 weeks, and then there was a week where he didn't show up. So, I mean, he has something to kind of avenge now, I would say. There's been... Is this the biggest number of weeks we've had without a Magnus win, or at least a podium placement? Possibly.
Yeah, maybe you're right. How long has it actually been? It's over a month now since he won a title Tuesday. Yeah. It's unheard of.
But I mean, that's incredible standards. Like, for most of us, just winning 1 would be great, but for him, not winning is the big shock. I think he'll come back and maybe show better form. He's been traveling. He's been so busy. But yeah, we always want to see him play. Of course, 1 minute plus to go. Okay, who are we predicting might win? Last week, Jon Christian said, were you backing Arjun? Or?
Yeah, I was backing Arjun, that's right. But now I'm switching to MVL. He's too good.
Okay. Maud.
I'll go for Arjun. I think he definitely has the level to win a title Tuesday.
Okay. I'll go Bluebaum just for fun. Just to see if he's peaking at the right moment.
All right. Well, while we've made our predictions, let's get ready for game week 1 of the spring split.
Oh, that's a blunder. That's just a blunder. Discover check, picks up the queen.
And his opponent resigns. He's making quick moves.
There's no time. You have to trade the rooks off. You got to gamble. Oh, he had to give the check first. Jan was supposed to check on h7 first. I think he just played the wrong move order. He just got confused.
And now he's down a rook. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a nice move though by Zhang. That's pinning the rook, harassing so many different points. 3 different things. are under pressure right now. Even 4 if we count the pawn.
He just
wow.
gave up.
He just couldn't find a move.
All right, 20 seconds to go. It's nearing the final moments. You have to sign up before these 14 seconds elapse, because if you don't show up to the first round, David, what are the odds you're going to play?
Very slim. Oh, someone popped up. It wasn't Magnus. Yeah, we have seen players default round 1, then go on a massive winning streak, but it's so unlikely. Chances are slim, and it looks like Magnus isn't playing this week, opening up the field for everyone else.
Sad news, but still, I believe we're going to get some proper chess.
Absolutely. And the first round's pairings have shown up on the side here, which means that Magnus is not playing. Really good opportunity for many of the others to get a lot of points here in the first week of the spring split. And let's see if Hikaru could do it, because from what I remember, he didn't win a single week in the previous split.
Yeah, we mentioned Magnus's form. Hikaru has also been struggling, both in Title Tuesday and kind of Speed Chess Championship. He was far from his best. He looks slower than usual. Yeah, something's been slightly off. Of course, he's still very strong, still rarely loses games. But yeah, you need to be very, very kind of powerful, and you need to show that killer instinct.
Yeah, I mean, fast chess is a young man's game, I suppose, and they're not getting any younger, either Magnus or Hikaru, and now they've both become parents, and I guess that takes its toll as well.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite openings in the meantime, the Caro-Kann defense. It's the advanced variation with white gaining a lot of space, nice pawn structure. But Hikaru, he likes his blocked positions against the younger generation. He likes to maneuver around. Maybe at some point black will break out. And yeah, if black can solve the problem of these pieces, maybe trade some stuff off, he's very solid. But computer prefers white for now.
Yeah, still the opening. I mean, black is by no means worse, I would say. It's just opening, so it's a matter of preference. Oh, interesting move by Hikaru. He goes very aggressive on the king side, moving the pawn, g-pawn to forward. Maybe he's going to advance even more. Okay, so he breaks in the center, makes a lot of sense, getting the other knight in front of the queen, I suppose. Okay, even long castle. It's a bit risky, perhaps.
I'm wondering if Hikaru has noticed that Magnus is not playing, and he's thinking, this is going to be my week, but I got to win a lot of games in the beginning. And he's going for an aggressive opening here where he's trying to castle on opposite sides of his opponent. I think it might affect him to know that Magnus isn't playing.
Definitely. Extra hope, extra belief. For now, it does look a bit odd, the placement of the black queen. I think white's going to try and chase that away. But yeah, we'll see. One of the two sides is going to get an attack. Very blocked. Oh, I don't like that move. Very passive. That's also a hook, potentially. If black can have a break with these pawn pushes, then black will open up a line towards the white king. Yeah, it's difficult maneuvering positions. That's why you need to spend the time. And Karpenko, who's only 14 years old, will need to come up with something special here against Hikaru.
Yeah, so he's trying to play on the king side. I would like to see him play a bit more on the queen side, trying to open up towards Hikaru's king, but still, now they traded the first piece of the game. Really interesting, because they have played a lot of moves, but all the pieces are still in play. Well, not anymore. They trade off a couple of pieces. I don't know. I feel like white is doing quite well still. I mean, the position is blocked. The knights kind of enjoy closed positions. They can jump around, finding nice squares. So now Hikaru is trying to launch an attack on the king side, opening up some files for the rook. If he can manage that, then he's doing very well. Because on the queen side, everything is blocked off. So everything is, it's all about the king side right now.
Yeah, the style of position might just favor Hikaru, who's quite confident here, not afraid to maneuver, to play it slow. At some point, yeah, he might even bring the queen back round and get ready to throw those pawns forward. But for now, some maneuvering. There's a nasty trap. Knight takes pawn was a threat, since the bishop would have been hanging in the center of the board. He moves that out the way, Hikaru. White's better according to the evaluation bar, but I don't know. I don't feel that Karpenko is too happy.
Expression. Look at Hikaru's nodding. I feel like he is in the zone right now. but he does have a lot of different expressions throughout a game. But it seemed like he was pretty happy with how the game has been developing.
Yeah, so he trades off. Interesting decision to trade the bishop for knight, but maybe he had to do it unless he felt the knight would have gotten too strong. So it's all a question now if Hikaru can open up some file. Doesn't look like he can do it straight away. If he moves either of the pawns forward, white will just push the pawn himself. Okay, so still a maneuvering game. Time quite even though Hikaru is like 30 seconds ahead. Nothing too major to speak about.
Yeah, I think Karpenko will need to speed up though a little bit. 40 seconds. Hikaru has been known to try and turn that into something bigger. At some point the white rook could maybe try and come across. Now you can push your pawn.
Yeah, I guess you can, but it's the same position as on the opposite side of the board. Yeah, so whenever you move forward a pawn, the opponent's just going to block. So now b6, exactly. Pawn goes forward, and it's really hard. This b5 pawn now is a bit weak, right?
Oh, and suddenly the evaluation is saying that Hikaru is much better. Let's hear what he's saying himself.
So h4, king g2.
Can we even go forward with the knight? Like knight f4 or something? Okay.
So he was analyzing, but he was actually quite silent compared to how Hikaru usually is. And he's calculating now, trying to find a way to attack the king. But it looks very locked on both sides.
Yeah, black will at some point need to arrange this type of pawn break. Maybe there's an idea of bringing the queen in as well on this diagonal. He actually goes for it immediately.
Oh.
Wow, Hikaru sensing the moment. White's knight is just really bad though, and this is a huge weakness on the edge of the board.
Yeah.
The white queen is tied down to that forever. And now Hikaru can start setting up another pawn break in the middle of the board a bit later. Double up the rooks potentially. He plays it slow, but no rush. I really hated white's knight move. The knight should have stepped forward to g4 and into another square a bit earlier instead of blocking up the position like this.
Yeah, I mean, black's Hikaru's knight on f4 is such a monster right now. It's placed on the best square possible, and he can go forward into to d3. It's threatening to take white's pawn h3, so you always need to be careful. Yeah, this knight is creating so much problems for white. If white could get the knight to e5, he would be fine probably, but he's not going to manage that anytime soon.
You can barely move. It's almost Zugzwang.
Yeah.
Karpenko's pieces are so passive. The queen has to defend the pawn. The knight can, just can't go forward. The rook's passive. He's lining up, Hikaru. Feels like these might be the closing moments. He just needs that killer blow. Can he find it?
So he's trying to be disciplined and just going back and forth, not doing anything too crazy, saying if you want to win, you have to make the breakthrough, which is it's a difficult strategy to execute, but it can be quite effective. The problem is if you're spending too much time, which he's doing right now.
We can see that in addition to Hikaru, there's also Bluebaum, your favorite, David, to win this week, and Sindarov of the candidates. And then some of our commentators our commenters on YouTube have written that many of the youngsters, they are busy playing this Prague International Chess Festival. Absatorov, Kamer, Gukesh, Fun Forest, a lot of them are busy playing classical chess right now, so they can't show up here. But Hikaru, he's still prioritizing Title Tuesday.
Whoa.
Ooh, queen sacrifice from Karpenko out of desperation more than anything. And there we go. Hikaru gets the win. He was about to win this pawn on the edge of the board as well. And it felt like a matter of time before that result.
So good first game. Round 2 coming up.
Well, round 2 coming up. Good first game. So Hikaru's already focused on the next thing. Are there any results that stand out? Or are we seeing mostly results of the favorites winning?
Yeah, all the favorites have won so far, at least on the first page, apart from right at the bottom, down there, Andrew Tang.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not Andrew Tang. It's Tong of China. I misread. It's Tong of China making a draw. Very strong young player there.
But otherwise, most of the most well-known favorites, all of our favorites, the ones we're expecting to win, they have won their first rounds. Looks like Bortnik as well, who is the one who currently holds the best score by a streaming guest here in the Take offices. I believe he got 9 points.
Yeah, he came second behind Magnus that week. Not bad at all. Actually was leading the tournament for most of it before Magnus took him down. Dirty flagged him.
What about Krikor? Can you check that on your computer, David, to see how he did in his first round? Streaming next door. I couldn't hear any screams, which we usually can hear when somebody is like struggling a little bit. And he's down to the final seconds.
Wow.
Draw.
Just in time to jump in. His opponent could have flagged him there, or could have tried, but Black was threatening checkmate, so it was a draw by repetition, the queen giving all the checks.
Wow.
And yeah, that looked like a bit of a dodge, a save, especially with the clock in mind.
Good save from our streaming guest there, who starts off with half a point, and we will be excited to see who is playing against who in the second round. Could still be some games going on, though, because we did see that Krikor's opponent had around 30 seconds left on the clock. There's always some time scrambles. We can remind everyone that the time format here is you get 5 minutes and you don't get any extra seconds. And that means time scrambles, Jon Christian.
Oh, yeah, it does. And we're going to see a lot of these really dirty flags that we call them, where one player is probably worse on the board but has more time, and so if you just keep the game going, then you will win on time and eventually win the game. And that's part of the format, which makes this tournament quite difficult, and you need to be very aware of time usage.
And Magnus has usually been very good at this. And in the Esports World Cup, they also had this same time format. And I remember that Magnus, last year, he was very aware of this fact and never let his clock drop below a minute left on the clock so that he wouldn't be in these kinds of time scrambles. And I heard recently that Hikaru and Magnus, in an interview together, they reflected on the fact that Hikaru is probably best in bullet with no increment. So Magnus, he's aware that that's not his biggest strength. But let's see how Erik Rosen does, who's done very well in several Title Tuesdays, despite being an international master, and here facing Nihal, one of the top-rated guys in this field.
Yeah, Nihal's a speed demon, but Erik Rosen is a dangerous blitz player. And yeah, it's going to be fun to see. He plays his London system. He's been known to do that many, many times. He has great opening ideas. Oh, wait, is that a pawn, though, in the center of the board? Can that be captured? Erik, it's a blunder, early blunder.
It's difficult to I mean, Erik Rosen is known as an opening, let's say, opening expert, or he has all of these really sketchy openings that he has looked at. And is this one of those? I believe not, maybe.
I think he was smiling to himself. He's streaming currently, Erik, but I think even he will realize that was a blunder. It's it's not one of his gambits that he's made a career on. All of these YouTube videos where he does give up a pawn, but yeah, this time I think Black can simply develop the bishop.
Yeah, speaking of streaming, how much of a disadvantage do you guys think streaming while playing actually is?
I think it's a disadvantage if you're if you're first of all not used to streaming all the time, and then also if you're like so aware of the fact that you're streaming that you're kind of spending more time kind of appealing to your audience rather than thinking about the game. But for others like Hikaru, I sometimes wonder if it's a disadvantage for him when he's playing without talking, because that's his way of like processing the game. What do you think about Erik here?
Yeah,
David.
I mean, it is difficult. He's very experienced as well. His position's got a bit better as well. It's opposite color bishop suddenly. It's not going to be easy for Nihal to convert. But I fully agree. The streaming, I started dabbling, trying my hand at it last year for the first time, and multitasking is so hard. I think it costs me at least 100 points elo, just trying to, especially when it comes to the flagging stage, trying to talk, trying to lock in when you know there's a camera on you. It can be tricky. In the meantime, Erik's chances here, they have got better. The bishop on d3 will be a great blockader. And it's going to be tough for Nihal to win this, especially if the queens come off.
Yeah, and Eric Rosen is playing quite quickly as well, so he's up half a minute on the clock. Not that it matters too much at this stage of the game. I mean, he has to survive first and foremost, but his chances not too slim here.
Let's hear what he's saying. Or maybe not just yet, but he is talking continuously during his game, and we will see if that will be a problem for him.
But now that the pawn's here, I can play rook d2. G5.
Yeah. So it does seem like it's helping him in a certain way to be talking about it. He was making his moves as he was saying those exact ideas. So the most experienced streamers, they're used to this.
So if the pawn in the middle now moves forward d4, do you want to trade the 2 rooks for pawn and queen, David?
Oh, good question. We might find out. I would be reluctant, I think, with white, unless white were able to organize some kind of attack on this square. We'll find out, though.
Yeah, right, because it's an interesting strategical decision, because then you change up the position quite a lot and you're left with a queen against 2 rooks. But, I mean, that can be an advantage both ways, right?
Yeah.
Depends on the situation or position.
Here, both sides have clear weaknesses to go at. On the dart squares, the base of this pawn chain will be a target for both the black's rooks and the bishop, and this pawn will be a target for white's queen and bishop. So I just think numbers are probably the most important thing, and black will have 2 rooks versus the queen. So 3 pieces potentially with the bishops as well to attack.
Eric is thinking a lot there, and I understand why he does it, because if he doesn't take the pawn right now, he's never going to have the chance again. Because now Nihal is going to move the rook probably to f5 or something. Okay, so he gives the chance once again. I misspoke, apparently. That's what I would do, and then the bishop is suddenly protecting the pawn again. But he's creating the Aliekin's cannon.
The gun.
The gun?
Yeah, triple up the pieces.
Yeah. With the queen all the way back, right? That's the proper...
Yeah, that's the correct way to do it.
Yes.
Where's he gone? Massively better suddenly for Nihal. Maybe the queen was trapped.
What?
Not sure how to get at it there, but the queen looks like it's off in no man's land. What's it doing on the edge of the board like that? I think Eric's maybe chosen a wrong plan as well with his pieces. The bishop is a much better defender than a rook. A rook is worth so much more than just being a blockader. Like, rooks are the worst blockader, other than maybe queens. So it should have been the bishop blockading and the rooks trying to trade off for the enemy rooks, trying to take the queens off the board, hoping for an opposite color bishop. But Eric's a bit more dynamic than that, and he might get punished for it.
Yeah, so now Nihal can exchange queens also if he wants to with queen c6. I'm not sure if that's favorable, but it's an option which he can... Oh, yeah. Infiltration.
Watch out. Infiltration for the nation.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Eric, yeah, he's not talking much, I was going to say, but he did say that he's in trouble.
He knows that. He might have to block with his rook, but once the blockade is broken, maybe after a trade, the black pawn would have been able to push further. Oh, Eric. He's hoping to intercept the 2 rooks by bringing his own rook back.
Can also go king to the side to h2 and defend with the queen.
Take, d3, queen d2, bishop e1.
He said
Take.
Yes.
Yeah.
He knows what we're watching. He knows a good piece of marketing when he sees one. He is thinking about all the rook exchanges and the black pawn advancing.
If we have some good marketing people here, we need to clip it and
clip it and ship it.
Yeah.
Ooh, the queen goes back instead. I was expecting that variation he mentioned with all the taking. Eric looks like Kasparov's lost brother. What do we think about that statement from the chat?
I see it. I see like the eyebrows and the gaze. I see that part.
Interesting.
I see the similarities.
Yeah, I can see it in like the hands and the arms. Like, okay, not that we can see
And
them
the
right now.
disgruntled face.
Exactly, the frowns. Probably more about the position right now than anything. But Nihal, I don't know about his technique. It hasn't looked so convincing, and he's been a bit slow. Nihal Sarin compared to what we expect. Ooh, massively better again. for the Indian Grandmaster. He finally does go for the right plan. He takes everything off and he finds this check. That's going to be a killer.
Oh, yeah.
Queen's coming in.
Yeah, this is resignationable. Probably very soon at least. Queen is coming in and then the big pawn will fall and everything will fall shortly.
Yeah.
And I guess we know Eric Rosen well because he has been streaming a lot on YouTube. He's a big chess content creator. But when you look at the rating difference, I mean, we shouldn't expect anything less of Nihal, who is rated as number 5 here in this field.
It's also funny you had King F1, Queen H1 with mate.
Oh.
The queen would have come in because right now White would love to defend his queen with his king, but impossible. And Eric knows that he's done for. He's setting one last trap. He's known for his traps as well. The Rosen trick, some stalemates. He's hitting this pawn. Can't defend it, but you could throw a queen in the way.
Why though? You could just go King 6, right?
You could have hidden. But Nihal wanted to do it the fun way.
Okay, fair enough.
And Eric is falling on his sword here. This is going to be difficult. I did say, like, Queen to the West blockader, White's queen, he just used the wrong piece. It should have been the bishop. Eric's trying for stalemate here. He's going to allow queen, and he's going to wait and kick. Oh! He was hoping for the stalemate pre-move, but Nihal smiled as well, and he knew it. Game over.
Nice tricks from Eric at the end there. He is very good at that part. But let's see how Arjun Erigaisi is doing. Oh, he can't win. He only has a knight left.
Oh, he can't win, but can he survive this? Knight takes pawn. There we go. The server declares a draw automatically. Altini, look at him, so happy.
Hey.
Celebration, drawing with one of the best players in the world.
Nearly 72 hours after the U.S. and Israel started bombing.
Oh, so he's listening to the news in the background, it seems, while he's celebrating the fact that he got a draw against one of the best players in the world. Well, that's multitasking.
Yeah. And here we have a scramble. Oh,
Duda should be winning this. He's got more time. He's also got an advantage. What's happened here? The queen's coming in. Oh, he's blundered. This is a checkmating threat, and if the white king steps back, the rook comes in as well. Duda's blundered. He's got no time. It's going to be checkmate. The queen comes in. The rook comes in.
Oh, no! He mouse slipped.
He mouse slipped. He should have brought the rook down the whole way, but time's going to decide it. He's got to move. The king's going. Check. Duda loses on time.
Oh, come on.
Kurwa gówno.
Oh, gosh. There are a lot of big reactions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, when people are sitting in front of their own computer playing Title Tuesday from home, and you kind of forget that there's anybody watching you, big reactions happen, David.
Exactly. Last week, I got in trouble for saying we've all been there. I meant, like, we've all been upset when we lost, especially when we thought we were winning or because of the clock. I don't condone swearing. I don't condone any of that for anyone wondering. But we can all empathize with the feeling that we feel robbed.
Yeah, they need some chessboards to flip or some chairs to throw away.
Tables
or
to bang.
Yeah.
And it's often like for the players where it matters the most. That's the players that usually do best. You're saying, ooh, Jon Christian, because this is a player you know, the Norwegian player.
Yeah, so this is a treat. This is Axel Bukvaløy, Norwegian Grandmaster. He's, I believe, 16 years old, something like that. I think he's the highest rated junior in at least the Nordics, with 2,500. So he's a very talented player. I haven't seen him here on Title Tuesday before, so it's very nice to see him playing MVL.
MVL, who's won 2 tournaments already in 2026.
Yeah.
And we're all only in March, so he's playing up against a very big favorite here, I should say, in Maxime Vachier-Lagrip.
Yeah, I was talking about this format or Blitz in general being a young man's game, but MVL is no young man either. I would say if I compare him to Magnus, for example. So he's doing well despite of his age, and he keeps on performing as well.
Exactly, he's been super consistent for the last 20 years. Maxime Vachier-Lagrip, one of the world's elite. He's had his time in the spotlight recently as well. He was representing his fellow professionals with an open letter about scheduling conflicts. This position, I would say, isn't MVL's style, though. He likes concrete stuff where you can calculate a bit, where there's a clear plan and accuracy is the most important thing. Here it's so blocked, position really locked up, and okay, maybe Kvallo missing this last move. But okay, he's got a great pawn structure. If black can eat this pawn, if he can take it back, then advantage might switch hands.
Yeah, how do you prevent it? Do you? As with white? Oh. Attack. Yeah, this is a great move. So if you take the knight, you open up for the bishop on the long diagonal, hitting the rook and creating a lot of havoc. If you don't take it, well, the bishop is hanging, the pawn is hanging. Difficult to not take that knight. Yeah, exactly. So he has to take it. Now move the rook, I suppose. Maybe there's some d5? No, can't be.
Explosion.
Yeah, no, it cannot be possible.
No, I think this pawn would hang in the center.
Yeah, exactly.
He might be tempted to give up some material. Queen takes pawn, and if the bishop takes the rook, he'll say, okay, that's fine. I'll go back with my queen, and suddenly the white light squares look a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like a good exchange sack is usually can be very nice, especially in this type of fianchetto positions.
He goes for it. Good decision.
Very cool.
And Maxim Vachigarov is not materialistic in general. He's very well known for the French school of suffering, where he gives up a pawn and just plays on as if nothing happened.
French school of suffering, eh?
French school of suffering. Every time Maxim is black against an elite player, like often he's sacrificing a pawn and trying to hold on in an endgame. And look at this, advantage changes hands. That's what I meant. Like, okay, he did actually take the material, but I don't think he's enjoying this, Maxim.
No, but what is black doing here? Because white is threatening the pawn in the middle. I don't think you can give away too much more material and still be okay. So, I mean, it's like bishop c6 and just try to. Now, what do you do actually? e4?
Ooh, I got curious. There's a super cool idea here. Bishop takes knight, pawn takes back, and then this pawn steps forward to open up for this bishop.
Oh, wow.
And that would have been super strong for black.
Yeah, but that's so hard to find, though. I mean, you really have to think and dig deep to find this sort of idea. Yeah. Like this pawn move forward makes a lot more sense.
But it did look like he was thinking quite a bit, because he spent almost a minute on that move, and it's causing him to be seriously behind on the clock. But it did seem like Axel was very aware that there was some possibility for him. But he's going with your idea now, Jon Christian.
Yeah, he is. I mean, what I usually suggest is let's say a bit commonsensical, but not usually the best, though. But that specific position that we were looking at, I mean, he paused because it was hard to find something which looked good. And this was the best I could come up with, apparently also Quali, but there was this super sick idea in the position, which would have been way stronger. So he noticed that it was there, but couldn't find it.
Yeah, we can't blame him for not finding it. That was extremely difficult, but sensing the key moment was maybe what cost him on the clock. Now there's a skewer on the bishops. A bit awkward here. You would love to use your rook on this central file, but the knight comes in with a fork, so the rook has to use a different line now, but okay.
Yeah, that's the thing in general. When you give up material, you have to play really precise in order to keep activity or keep the position alive, and if you can't do that, then suddenly you are in a lost endgame, which is the case right now. I mean, he is an exchange down, rook for bishop, and well, there's not so much attack to talk about, so he's in trouble.
Too many open lines for the rooks.
Yeah.
Like, if it were slightly more blocked for the rooks, then maybe some long-term counterplay, but this is very short-term if the rooks disappear, or at least black's rook disappears if the queens come off. Also looks hopeless for black. White also has the passed A pawn for any endgame. Okay, Maxim's slowing down, though. His secret weapon has been the clock. He uses time to hustle very regularly. That's why he became World Blitz champion. He's always had that strength, and okay, maybe missing the best line, but he was attracted by this, doubling up black's pawn structure.
Shouldn't matter too much. He has a lot of wiggle room to play play for MVL because he has this this extra material.
And this extra pawn.
Yeah, it's just running.
That's going to paralyze the queen. I keep talking about queens being bad blockaders, but that's going to be really awkward for the queen in the corner.
Meanwhile, we can see that Sindarov, he has won his third round in less than 30 seconds. That must be some kind of record.
Wow.
And he is at 3 out of 3 points. And while it looks like Maxime will be doing the same here in this round after a long-fought battle. Oh, and interesting to see that Witty Alien, who we've also had here as a guest, that several of our viewers commented on, that he appeared twice in the streaming guests. And he has drawn Arjun Erigaisi in the third round. So that's an incredible result for him.
Yeah, that's really big. He is such a tricky player. Wow, that's really impressive.
Okay.
But what is going on here?
Maxime's messed this up. He needs to now find this move. Look at Maxime's eyes. They widened so fast. This move, bringing the rook to block the pawn, and then pinning the white rook, regains the material, and suddenly black's not worse. But he has no time.
No, but there's rook f3 after rook a7, no?
Yeah, and then the bishop will come back and fork 2 pieces.
Ah.
Double threat. The knight is hit. The bishop comes in. Kvallo's back in the game, but 43 seconds.
Yeah, he's down on time, though, so...
But he's good with little
definitely
time.
MVL should still be the favorite.
Yeah, but Axel, he moves quickly when he needs to. And he needs to speed up.
Knight c8, a7, knight b6. How do you play against this?
Yeah, that's the key variation, is to try and kick away the blockading rook. Maxime keeps taking risks, but he's letting go of the black pawn here. This one's a runner too. Oh, advantage has moved. Game on.
Right,
And
so... Okay, yes, rook b5, but then rook a6. These bishops are suddenly... Shouldn't mess with them.
Beautiful pieces.
Can get mated.
Oh, and he's making a lot of quick moves, Axel, but now he has to start thinking a bit.
Check, 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 check.
Yeah, you can keep checking. You can save the bishop. Look at these pieces. So strong. He's trying to win this.
Wow.
But 25
Time,
seconds.
though. Time.
Oh, and Maxime making a smart decision when he has so much extra time on the clock to just kind of simplify the position a bit.
Yeah.
So he can't be checkmated anymore.
He's trying to win a pawn now, but Maxime's going to start playing for tricks. Oh, they're coming, and you can see the stress on the Norwegian youngster's face. He feels frustrated he missed that move. He's dropped a pawn. Now the black king is almost in a mating net on the edge of the board. It's turned again. 20 seconds shouldn't be enough. Oh, it's so visible. We've been there, like the feeling that you've let a position slip and you have no time.
Yeah.
Oh, he takes a pawn. Was there a blunder? Checkmating net there.
Probably, yeah. But it's so hard to find with this little time on the clock. Oh,
And Maxime is more concentrated on just making quick moves.
yeah.
Hustling.
Hustling mode.
But a lot of pieces have been traded off.
Oh, now knight takes bishop will transpose into a winning endgame with the white pawn running. Oh, he doesn't go for it.
Why?
Maxime, he's so good at rook endgames. I would have thought he calculated. Now he finds the right plan. The bishop should have moved out of the way, and it's going to be game over. The pawn will drop, and there we go. Kvallo loses. That was all about the clock, though.
Yeah.
And let's jump into the final seconds of Hikaru's game here. Both players down to less than 10 seconds left.
Oh, Hikaru has no time. He's totally winning, though, and this looks like checkmate. The knight has to give itself up. Can Rachmanov somehow miraculously save this?
No.
Hikaru looks so confident, and Rachmanov doesn't even try. He knows. Rook down, queen down. No stalemate. 3 seconds more than enough for Hikaru, who delivers checkmate.
Bad game. Very, very bad game, but we get the win. Very bad game. I was way too slow that game. I was sort of like on...
And Hikaru being critical as always. And moves to 3 out of 3, but doesn't have the confidence with him. He's saying that he was playing way too slowly this game.
It was so funny. I saw Rachmanov throwing both his hands up in the air, and still he was playing moves. I was like, how is he doing this? Some sort of magic?
Did Hikaru remind you of anyone there? It's a bad game, a very, very bad game. No?
Bit of a Trump impersonation? Is that
I can't do my impressions. Hikaru, yeah, he got away with it. He got the win.
Interesting.
So he remains at 3 out of 3. Our other favorites, I've lost my Erigaisi to a draw against Witty Alien, among other bad results. And Bluebaum, couldn't see him there either, but Hikaru moves to 3 out of 3 in the lead here. And This is the final game before the players will have a short break. So it will be good for Hikaru to move to 4 out of 4. The perfect opportunity for him when Magnus is not playing. This could be his chance to win a title Tuesday for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, so Hikaru's opponent has the name No Sjakk, which means no chess in Norwegian, I would say. Yeah.
Nice.
But apparently he is playing Sjakk, so
Not staying true to himself.
Yeah, exactly.
True to his name there. What? That's a huge rating, over 3,000 for a candidate master.
That's big rating.
Very impressive.
Yeah, we have to figure out who this guy is.
Okay, mystery man. Roman Al-Nosak. He is 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 15, depending on when he was born in 2011. Just 2,200 FIDE rating at Classical, but clearly underrated.
It's so interesting as well. A lot of these players that are playing under the FIDE flag, originally from Russia, they often don't get as many opportunities anymore these days to play over-the-board tournaments. So their ratings are really lagging behind, and playing online, that's where they can showcase their talent. So a lot of young, super talented players that pop out of nowhere in Title Tuesday every single week.
Yeah, it's a typical sign that they're going to become stronger in Classical, because, I mean, when you play online, you can play as much as you want. So the rating tends to be more calibrated than in classical chess, where you need to play a lot to calibrate. I remember also when I met Aman Hambleton, for example, he was an FM, but he had like 2,900 in Blitz on ICC, which was really, really strong. And he crushed all the GMs in Blitz. And, well, he turned into a GM and not so late after.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, this position looks like full control from Hikaru. This is anti-young player chess. You just kind of take squares, take space, make a piece bad. Black's bishop here is stuck in the corner. He has the beautiful pawn center. He has the beautiful knight. Can't be kicked away. At the right moment, he might jump in with that knight. The black rook is very short of squares. But he's just going to continue just slowly building. At some point, he'll improve his rook, maybe get his king out of the way, maybe even start rolling those pawns forward.
This is so frustrating for black, because it feels like you haven't done so much wrong. Yeah, the rooks are doubled in an open file. It looks like you should have all the compensation in the world, but then Hikaru is just, I don't know, he's making moves, and what do? There's not so much to attack or anything, really. I don't see. Okay, a6 is a nice trying to open up with b5, I suppose. But does it really help? There's this bishop a5, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's problems. And, this rook is so poorly placed, it's going to get hit at the very least any moment. Hikaru's building, though. He didn't like the fact the queen was staring down this diagonal, moves his king. Very professional move.
Very professional.
And at the right moment, he might start throwing this pawn forward. Or both of them, maybe.
Has a solid time advantage as well. Hikaru looks like this is one of his most cruising games that he's had so far. He was saying earlier that, I played too slow. He said it several times today already. Seems like he's very aware now that he has to play quick moves.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shoulder there.
It looks like almost a Hikaru shirt, but that's a skeleton, right? That's a skull.
Yeah.
Okay. Hikaru wins a pawn, so he's transformed his advantage into something more material. And now he just goes back. The knight still has that beautiful eternal outpost. Same position, he's just won a pawn.
Yeah.
Interesting, let's see. I think it's just good. Let's just go for it. Sack. I'm going to go e5 to fork the rook and the knight. Fork the rook, fork the knight. Bishop covers a square as well.
All right, so we got to hear Hikaru's thought process there. He was just like, let's just sack. So it seems like he was very comfortable in this situation, but and he did win back the piece just there.
As he said, this is just good.
Yeah.
I mean, probably he can play like f5 very soon, or queen c4, f5, something like this. Yeah, black is in huge trouble. Queen h5 also an option.
Yeah, black.
Lots of different things you can do right now.
It's not enough that he's just a pawn down. Black, he's also getting attacked, and Hikaru totally shuts in this bishop now.
Yeah.
He's really good at playing against bad pieces.
This looks like a really, really clean game from Hikaru. You said he's playing against young man's anti-young man's chess, and he does it to perfection here, I would say. He's just playing really calmly, just like waiting out his opponent to make a mistake, and then he attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go, getting his king off the diagonal yet again. And normally we can see quite early in a tournament, I think, like how Hikaru is playing.
Yeah.
Often the finishes where he hasn't been winning tournaments, you can see at the beginning he's a bit slower, a bit sluggish, not as positive about his own play. But here he looks like he's back to his best. He's probably hiding his best openings as well with the candidates coming up, but still getting the job done.
Yeah.
He's nodding, feeling confident. Pumping himself up. Yeah, let's do this.
Let's win the candidates.
Yes.
Let's go. He's feeling himself.
Oh, can he go queen g3 here, actually? So I move the...
It's funny that he's like having a long period of time where he's just like, I love this position, and then like, oh no.
He found a nice mate for his opponent.
Yeah.
With queen g3, move the bishop, and then rook to h2.
The problem is the white rook would have got access if the black queen had moved away.
Yeah.
So Noshak says, I'll allow mate in 6 instead. How does that checkmate begin?
Mate in 6.
It must be moving this bishop out the way. When the king moves, there's a check at the top of the board. There we go. That's going to be
He found
beautiful
it.
checkmate.
Yeah.
All right, 4 out of 4. We're going to be on our first break in a second.
No context, head bobs. Checkmate ends the game.
Like, I would like to have a Hikaru figure in my car, like on my dashboard. With
Yeah,
like
a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Oh, and we managed to see our streaming guest getting another win. Oh, and moving to 3.5 points. So he had quite the comeback after that first round. And it will be interesting to hear from him in this little break that the players will be having after the 4th round. But still a lot of games ongoing. And there are still some players that have the opportunity to move to the perfect 4 out of 4. But we see that Hikaru is among them. Sindarov here with 3 points. Obviously one of the favorites, has already won Title Tuesday in 2026. Is also going to the candidates. And he's playing against Georg Mayer here from Uruguay, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Used to play for Germany, now represents Uruguay. Super strong blitz player. He used to be one of the highest rated players back on the old chess servers like ICC, Play Chess. And yeah, this looks like it's just a clear extra pawn for black. Some tricks still. This is not over, but the time advantage means that Sindarov must be huge favorite to win this game. This rook is attacked, but once it moves, then the black queen will be hitting this rook. The pawn in the center will be hanging. So it's just about choosing a safe square for this piece. Just if you want to be super safe, just yeah, probably put it in the center.
Yeah.
Or get the queens off. That's not the maximalist approach, but he feels he's still going to convert this endgame.
Yeah, pragmatic approach, I suppose. When you are up as much as you are on the clock and with a clear advantage still, this is like, yeah, I don't really need to win immediately. I just need to keep the game going with a small advantage. It's easier to play with an extra pawn. Why not just simplify?
Yeah.
And the time also probably a big factor that Sindarov's thinking maybe the easiest way to win is actually just to play really quickly and take advantage of the fact that he has 30 extra seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jörg Mayer is known as a very solid player, very rarely loses in classical chess, but even a great defender will not be saving this position. The black queenside pawns, the 2-versus-1 majority, are going to decide the game. Some skewers as well coming, some pins, decides the game. There we go, Sindarov, very, very convincing win.
Yeah, professional.
And moves to a perfect 4 out of 4 score, which means that there will be quite a couple of players on this score here. Maxime Vacher-Lagrave, who has won 2 times already in 2026. We see Hikaru. Any others that you are surprised to see here on 4 out of 4, Jon Christian?
Well, before we went into the Sindarov's game here, I actually saw Ginger GM on 3 points.
Oh.
So he's 1 point behind. Hope to see him during the tournament. That would be fun. But yeah, still a lot of these players that I'm not so familiar with on 4 points. Probably super strong players, but still early days.
Yeah, we have some players like Materia in place number 10. He's one of France's young hopes. I think around GM standard or about to become a Grandmaster. Nihal Sarin just lost his game. Maybe that's one of the biggest shocks so far. Fiorito, Hamidov, Spa, some maybe less known players, but yeah, Materia beating Bortnik, another big surprise. We mentioned Sindarov. He won his previous round in 9 moves. With
Wow.
White. 9 moves?
In 9 moves. He won his opponent's queen in 9 moves.
Wow.
So it feels like he's, maybe I was betting on the candidates. Maybe instead of Bluebaum, I should have chosen Sindarov.
All right. Well, the players are going to have a short break now after the 4th round, and we will be back in just a second.
Here we go.
All right, and our streaming guest, Krikur, he has been sitting in this booth just outside our studio here, and we saw him, he started with a draw, but after that, he's won all 3 of his games. And it will be interesting to hear from him, to see what he has to say about those first games. Krikur, can you hear us from the studio?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can. And how has it been going? We saw that you won 3 games in a row just now.
Yeah, I had a draw in the first game. My opponent showed some mercy because I had no time, but he repeated moves. I think he could try to win. And then the games were very long and tense, but so far I was able to get 3 wins and try to get back on track. So good results so far.
And now you're going to start playing against some of the top guys now that you have 3.5 points. Does your strategy in any way depend on what kind of opponents you're facing?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm going to play someone strong, it's a different feel always. So the strategy is always try to play well, try to play fast, try to not avoid getting time trouble, have no increment. But basically, yeah, try to play games. And I'm sure some tough opponents are coming in possibly for next round. So let's see.
And you're an experienced streamer, so you've done this for more than 10 years. I mean, what is it like sitting in the streaming booth that you are in right now and playing Title Tuesday?
It's nice. I've been streaming for so many years, but it's always a different feel when you're not home, when you're not in your regular place. So it's a different feel. Of course, I feel very excited to be here, very happy to be here, but it's a different feel because I'm in such a nice place, nice studio. So far, I was able to play well, I think, but it's always like a new experience. So I'm enjoying it so far.
All right, we'll let you enjoy the final 3 minutes of the break so you can get ready for the final 8 rounds.
Okay, then. Thank you.
All right, so Krikur off to a good start after a draw in the first round that we did see, but he's won 3 in a row, so he's doing well. And we can see some of the other players that are on 3.5 points. We see Lazovic with Theodoro. These are many players that have done well in Title Tuesdays before, and Lazovic even qualified for the Esports World Cup just recently. So he could be expecting some very difficult opponents going forward.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking that our streaming guest is the Brazilian George Clooney, perhaps.
Do I sense a man crush?
Is this the second time that you are shamelessly
like a chess player George Clooney? Yeah, very, very nice.
He's a very popular streamer. I've actually tuned into some of his streams. I once had a long blitz marathon against him, and afterwards I went back to watch, and he's very entertaining when he plays. So nice to see him doing well. He's above the likes of Eric Geisy, Nihal Sarin, Bortnik.
I feel like my top 20 prediction is coming through.
Yeah. And let's take a look at one of the moments we've seen in the first 4 rounds. It's been pretty action-packed. And it came here between well-known streamer Eric Rosen and Nihal Sarin, rated among the top players here in today's field. And you were talking about this, David, this blocking of the pawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the lowest value piece should be the blockader in general. Knights are a great blockader because they can stare over pawns. But the bishop should have been the blockading piece. Eric just put his pieces too passively. The white rooks are really, really stuck now. And we saw actually that white bishop on the edge of the board. Yes, it looks like it's on a nice diagonal, but it was pretty much stayed there for the rest of the game, unable to help the defense. So I think Eric just coming up with the wrong plan. And yes, he was up on time. Yes, he tried some stalemate tricks later, his trademark, but he wasn't able to save it. Nihal converted very convincingly a bit later on. And there we see the final position, checkmate, ending the game.
And Nihal, he must have dropped a point later after this situation because we don't see him on the leaderboards on the standings right now.
Yeah, just lost in round 4 on board 2. He actually had a dead drawn endgame, but he ran low on time and blundered right at the death. Rook and pawn versus bishop and pawn. So yeah, these things happen. But Nihal, he really wants to be at the Esports World Cup, maybe more than anyone. He was there last year, loved it. It was a real journey for him.
And we can also see that in spots 2 and 3, we see some players from Azerbaijan. So let's take a look at the country standings, where it is France who comes out on top with Maxim Vashelagrov, and then Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan in third, always also doing well with Sindarov and Abdusatorov not there today. But why are you so happy right now, David?
Forget France, forget Azerbaijan. Look, 17th place is England.
Yes.
We're finally in the top 20. Come on. It's all thanks to Simon Williams and some of the young players who are playing. I think there are a few this week. But yeah, just the fact that we're above Norway makes me happy. Sorry.
Yeah, Norway not here. Difficult without Magnus.
Yeah, difficult without Magnus. We saw Axel, who were doing quite well, but then he lost. So, yeah, without him, we're gonna struggle a bit, I think. But I'm very happy for you, David. Nice to have England on top 20.
I mean, I'm happy for all the countries at the top, but they're the usual suspects. Like England, let's go.
Yeah,
absolutely. And the players are getting ready for round 5, and a lot of big matchups now because the top players are finally having to face against each other. Usually a field with more than 400 players. It takes a couple rounds until we see 3,000 rated players, grandmasters at the very highest level, face off each other. But we got it here with Durabaili against Hikaru Nakamura. This is going to be his biggest trial yet.
Hikaru hasn't realized the game has started yet, or?
Oh.
Ooh.
Hikaru, what is he talking
grow up
about?
In a country. Why just 30 seconds? Let me know how it feels when you grow up in a country and you literally are repressed for 50 years.
Okay, so Hikaru is talking about some politics and was not aware that he needed to make his first move. But finally, the game's on. He played the Sicilian, so he seems to have some ambition in this game.
Yeah, I think this is the O'Kelly Sicilian when the black pawn comes to a6 quickly, but it's gone into more of a Taimanov type of position. But white gets the Maroczy bind with these two pawns clamping down. This is going to be a long maneuvering battle. Very solid. Black's going to set up in a hedgehog formation with a pawn likely on this square. Okay, he tries to trade knights first. But yeah, the 30 seconds is going to be a bit of a disadvantage for Hikaru now. And his opponent's informed, Durabaili. I follow him on X, and he's very, very active there. He's a very busy man, creating apps and everything. But he came 10th in the St. Louis Masters just a few days ago. That was a stacked field full of super grandmasters. So this is a real challenge. George Clooney, Brasilia.
Yeah, after your comments, Christian, I saw that the comments in YouTube and on Twitch, they totally agree with you. They've all embraced this.
That's
this
good.
George
That's
Clooney.
good. That's good to hear. I hope
it's not just you.
No, nobody should be offended to be called the George Clooney of anything. That's just a compliment. In the meanwhile, interesting position. Hikaru plays this bit weird Sicilian. It's not weird. I know a lot of people do it, but it's not considered to be the most critical or the best by any means. But it creates play. Like you get chances, but then to get chances, you also need to give some chances. And how do we continue with white here? Yeah, interesting move. I like it, but there's a pawn hanging on the H file with check.
Yeah, I wonder whether that was a mouse slip.
Whoa,
no.
Whoa. He goes for it. Okay, I love this.
But wait, maybe it's not so bad. Actually, not so clear because I have king f. Not so clear. I mean, this is very lucky for me. Not so clear at all. I have king f7. I'm still very much in business.
All right, so Hikaru did have a bit of a misslip there, but he says that it's not as bad. He was lucky.
Very much in business. Well, if you take on... White has a lot of options here. Okay, I like this move as well. He's really going for it. I love it. So yeah. Take the pawn? Can we do that?
Allow the Black King into the center.
Yeah.
Black will be a full rook up though. So unless there's a checkmate, he can't do that.
Well, you play f4 afterwards. You get like a lot of stuff.
Try to get some checks in. He goes back. More human. More
mistake.
human. There was some really crazy variations there.
Was it correct?
Yeah, still very, very sharp.
Going back with the other direction was stronger. But apparently the move pawn to c5, leaving the knight hanging was
what is going on?
Was also an idea to remember for later, maybe.
Okay, but still, this is far from over. I mean, Hikaru has material, but his king is in such a bad position, and his pieces are all over the place. They are not coordinated at all. So he has a big job to do in order to win this game still.
Yeah, this is the best position Hikaru's had, but still will need to defend like a lion. He's one of the world's best defenders, maybe the best defender ever, even Hikaru. So
you see Bailey, he's using Hikaru's head nodding tactic against him. Now he's stopped, of course, when I mentioned it. But
when's your birthday, Jon Christian?
30th of March.
Oh, we don't have a lot of time to get you the Hikaru bobblehead.
Okay.
No, you don't. But yeah, or Bailey bobblehead. Oh, I want Hikaru.
This position is getting crazy. Suddenly, Bailey sacrificed a knight.
Whoa,
he's going to be a rook down,
whoa.
but you take it. The bishop comes in. That would have been a deadly check.
Okay, this position is crazy. What is going on here? Anything? Why don't you take the pawn in the middle with something? Just
and hang the knight.
Okay, I guess. Maybe you still can.
Yeah, he's going to get huge compensation. The Black King's going to get chased down. Apparently, the best move.
F5.
That's interesting one. Apparently, the best move is to just ignore everything.
I think I'm okay here. I think.
Who knows why that's the best move?
Because Hikaru thinks it's okay, but it's so hard to evaluate this, right?
Oh, it's a mistake. Apparently, the second best move was to just move the rook anywhere and just wait. But
okay.
Who can explain that?
Okay.
Knight takes pawn, though. Big mistake. Apparently, Black can just get away with taking this knight now. But
such a hard move to do, though. Yeah. No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's okay.
And then hide the king just on the dark square. This is how to beat the top players, like scare them, like attack them, no fear, no respect, but also need to calculate well. And Bailey, that's the first mistake, really.
What will Hikaru do? What can he do?
E5, Queen C5.
If he takes the knight in the middle, that's probably a blunder.
He's looking, I was going to say at this move, he's hoping for E5 now, we heard from him, and then he's going to try and trade queens. Hikaru doesn't like getting attacked. It's like such direct fashion. He's a great defender, as we said, but that's normally from slightly worse positions. He hates it when it's so route one, so direct.
Okay, you cannot trade queens with the white, so you need to move the queen somewhere, maybe in the middle. Yeah, maybe this E6 move, just go complete ham. I mean, you have so little to lose because already you are...
It's a classic show me the money situation. Either he's a way to beat me on the spot here, or I'm probably completely winning.
What do you think, David? Is it a show me the money situation?
Yes, it was, but Bailey ran out of money, ran out of cash there, because now he's just too much material down.
He's still trying to show some money.
He's going to be so many pieces down. Look at this. He's a rook down and counting now.
Yeah, this is okay. Maybe he's running out of money. I agree.
Pieces of the currency of chess. And unfortunately, he was so close to creating a masterpiece to Bailey. But Hikaru wins out again by defending really, really solidly.
And impressive as well that when he's playing against the strongest player in the field, the highest rated player, he still was trying to get that win. And we see that now it is Hikaru who is massively better, but they're both down to about a minute, so mistakes can still happen. Even though Hikaru seems to have chilled down a bit, taking time to sip his tea.
We'll find all these moves. Okay, let's make sure I don't blunder. So rook g1, king d2, queen d4.
Just make sure I don't blunder. So at least he is aware of that fact.
Yeah, he's maybe going to be tempted to take the knight, but he was also looking at a check, which feels strong. White king has not really got too many places to hide. Queen can step forward now.
Yeah. So Hikaru should definitely win this. He can. Seems like he can just trade everything down if you want to, but probably he's just mating.
Yeah, this pawn is going to drop off, and everything comes with check. There we go. Rook takes pawn. The white rook will also drop with a check in the next couple of moves. Hikaru, I think, finally can relax.
Game, but checkmate. Checkmate. There we go. Yeah, king gets fossilized here.
Cool checkmate.
Fossilized.
Okay.
Never heard that one before. And there we go. Okay, Hikaru got the win. Can one of these two keep up the pace? Maxime is 2 pawns up, though.
And look at the time.
Look at the time. Impressive performance from my favorite today. He's showing he still has it.
Yeah, the Frenchman with 3 names, MVL. He's getting the job done.
So the French school, is that the MVL school, or is it the general French school?
All French players.
All French players?
No, it's mainly Maxime.
Okay.
But there we go. He gets the win. I think it was a tongue-in-cheek comment from Magnus or Hikaru about the French school of suffering, but he's a great defender himself as well. MVL. Very smooth performance there, keeping pace with Hikaru. Maybe they're on collision course.
Both at 5 out of 5 points now as the 5th round is over. And we also get to see Sindarov get to 5 points in this final position against Demchenko here.
Yeah, losing position, he's just hung his rook, but the clock the clock is such an important weapon. I mean, all of the top players, that's the one thing they have in common, I've realized. Like, they're just so confident and they have the pace.
And we get to see Deak here, who was called the Romanian Brad Pitt in our YouTube comment section. Let's see if he can win this.
That's very generous to Brad Pitt.
That's perhaps a stretch.
5 seconds against 5 seconds, though. Deak is so speedy. Can he keep pace? He's giving some checks. That's going to slow his opponent down. 3 seconds each. He's playing a really young player from France. He's running with his king. He needs to give a check. He gives up his rook. The rook drops, but no time. And black only had a knight left. So he didn't win despite flagging his opponent. The game is a draw.
Wow.
What?
He only had a knight, and on chess.com, that's not deemed enough checkmating material.
Well, that would be different in classical chess, from what I understand.
It would be different in classical
chess. Because
chess.
there was a sequence of moves where you could create a checkmate with that one knight.
Exactly.
And that should be enough in classical chess, but in online chess.
What is considered enough material for checkmating on this format?
Like anything, if it's just a knight or just a bishop,
that's not enough, but
not enough.
A pawn is enough?
A pawn is enough because it can become a queen.
Okay.
It's a contentious point in chess. I know players have very strong opinions on this, but yeah.
The tournament rolls forward.
The tournament moves forward. It's different on different servers and on other chess servers. They have different definitions.
I mean, we have what we call the laws of chess in the FIDE charter, and I thought they followed it, but apparently no.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so maybe Deak shouldn't have sacrificed, or I should say Brad Pitt shouldn't have sacrificed his rook at the end there.
That was too risky.
He might have flagged his opponent even without that, then he could have had a chance of winning.
But all the players are aware of this, probably, yeah?
Yes, it's always been the way on chess.com.
I see.
And in the meantime, Hikaru, he's doing this thing. Most of his games so far, he's playing G3, B3 on the first few moves, fianchettoing his bishops, no mainline theory. He's hiding it for the candidates.
Okay, can I follow up on this? Like in the USCF, is that how are the rules there? Do they follow the FIDE rules or?
Oh, good question. It's been a while since I played in the US, and I've never tried to flag my opponent with just a knight.
Because they have other rating system, right?
I'm looking at the U.S. Chess Organization's rules per January 2022.
Okay, this is good research, Maud.
We will be answering this question, Jon Christian. I know that the viewers are dying to know, and we are dying to know your takes. Should the rule be that if you don't have enough material to play a checkmate, or should it be that there is a sequence of moves that would lead to checkmate, that is enough? Because those are the two different ways of looking at it here.
Yeah. Well, I generally tend to think there's one pair of rules for chess, and that those rules should apply to all chess, I suppose. But okay, apparently there's several rules of chess.
Yeah, and
not just one rule to rule them all.
Let us know in the chat whether you agree,
One
whether you
law,
disagree.
perhaps,
Yeah, with the laws of chess there. In the meantime, big news for you, Jon Christian. It's Brad Pitt against George Clooney in this round.
Oh, wow.
We might have to go to that after this game. This is the clash of leaders, though, and Hikaru has a small advantage. Bishop pair against Alexei Sarana.
So now the question is, how many movies with the Pitt and Clooney can you name, David?
Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. And there's more.
Not 14? Maybe not.
There's Ocean's 8, but that's not with, that's a different cast.
I saw Burn Before Reading quite recently. That's a strange movie, but funny. With both of them.
Just to mention for everyone at home, there was not a pawn hanging in the center a moment ago. If white had taken everything, then the black knight would have jumped into the center, and there would have been too much pressure on the white pieces. Everything would have been loose. So it was a cool sacrifice, and Sarana's turned around the advantage. Now he can chip away at white's pawn structure, or even better, get a knight into an outpost.
Ooh. Okay, so now we have the bishop pair against the knight pair, which usually it's always an interesting dynamic, because all the pieces do different things or move differently. And now, okay, let's get rid of the rooks as well. So pure bishops against knights. And what we usually say is that knight and queen is better than queen and bishop, but now we have two bishops and two knights. I don't know if...
And some of the bishops are really bad, like the one that Hikaru has on the left. It's just basically a pawn. It looks so bad.
Yeah, you need to put it in the corner.
Just getting even worse.
Don't put the baby bishop in the corner.
Ooh, Hikaru's offering a repetition of moves here. Knight takes bishop is maybe a positional threat if we think that queen and knight are better than queen and bishop if it's just one pair. And the only square is to go into the corner, otherwise his pawn would drop.
But Sarana should be...
playing on.
Yeah, he should be playing on this. I feel like if you have he has the D line, he has, the knight seems quite, kind of good. I mean, you have both players have 7 pawns each, which means the position is kind of locked. Bishops, they tend to enjoy open positions, open center. Here we have a locked center and a lot of different squares for the knights. So I would take the knights here every day of the week.
Hikaru might be considering going forward with his pawn, opening up some attacks. And if the queen comes to this diagonal as well, the game continues. But he's weighing up the risk factor. Body language tells me that he wants to take the draw. Hikaru in recent times has been maybe playing it a bit safer.
Okay, so if Hikaru goes back into the corner, what can Sarana do instead of going back to b6? Okay, so he just takes the draw.
Hikaru doesn't need to repeat with his bishop now, but what else?
But if he goes
maybe
there,
I'll try to play on. I mean, this is probably very stupid to try and play on here.
Okay.
Okay, so he's saying that he's not going to be repeating the moves, and he does offer a trade of queens.
This is ludicrous. I feel like with Hikaru's time as well.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But he's confident, though. That's a good thing for him.
Yeah, he's not risking too much on the board, but it is the clock.
Yeah.
It cost him a minute and a half to make that decision. Now, probably taking will lead to some fortress-esque type of positions. But yeah, if he doesn't take, then Sarana might sidestep. He would have to see.
I guess he can also
file, though.
Right? Yeah, okay, whatever. Think.
Oh, Sarana's turn to burn time. It's off the board.
So he trades. I don't know if I like it, but yeah, probably fine. Yeah.
But Hikaru has got to pick up his pace.
As long as he can keep this bishop on a1 out of the game, then he should be doing fairly well. Okay, so Hikaru sacrifices in order to open up the position a bit. Risky, though.
Risky. Pawn down.
Yeah.
But bishop pair will compensate. Black is slightly better, maybe. But I think the clock will have a huge role in this. Black's still up 1 whole minute. Sarana can play this on forever. Like as long as that's why Hikaru's trying to change the pace. He's trying to speed it up, open it up for the bishops, but also get pawns off the board. Oh, there was a trick there. If the king had come forward to this square, there was knight takes pawn and a knight fork. So he's dodging all the forks. He's walking away from any checks. This is hard to predict. What's going to happen next?
Yeah, it's very hard to predict.
Oh, almost down
But
to a minute.
very interesting endgame. Like, let's go knight d5 or something. I don't know.
Five's not move. G4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it. Oh, maybe it's just a blunder.
It's so fun to hear Hikaru like make his mistakes kind of in real time. And he said, "Well, maybe that was a blunder." But he does have a pass pawn.
Very committal though.
Yeah.
But it changes the nature of the position quite a lot. So now Hikaru has the outside passer, which Serrano needs to be. Yeah, he has to be really careful about this. But then again, he has his own passer also. This is very difficult to play. Knight d5, go into the middle with the knight, give a check. Why not?
The white king will move. If anything, Serrano's risking here. Knights are famously bad at stopping these kind of corner pawns.
And he's spending a lot of time as well. He's almost down to the same amount of time as Hikaru now.
There's no safety net for Serrano. Like for Hikaru, the good thing is he can give up his bishops, his pawns, everything, as long as he gets the black pawns off the board, because 2 knights alone cannot deliver checkmate.
Yeah, and time is evening out.
What to do?
Is he going to drop below Hikaru now on time?
Yes.
That was his one advantage.
He needs to start jumping with the knights and trying to create some kind of mischief, some kind of havoc. But Serrano's been outplayed a bit. Hikaru's so good in the endgame. I mean, in some positions, like taking this pawn is a threat. King and pawn endgame is white is winning with the outside pass pawn. Bishop versus knight, white is winning with the outside pass pawn. Oh, Serrano pushes.
Oh, Serrano spent way too much time.
Here.
Okay.
Well,
it's a race.
But the king is quite close. Yeah.
But now the bishop saves itself, and there's going to be positions where this just drops off.
What is going on? King c5?
King, king in. He's going the whole way around.
Okay, I might be winning now, actually.
He might.
He knows.
Yeah, now suddenly things start to drop off, and the pawns on the other side of the board are gonna finish off the game.
Showing the strength of the bishops, being able to go from one side to the other really quickly. Yeah. Look at Serrano. He's not happy.
The bishop's too strong.
Yeah.
Beautiful pieces. And we'll see game over any moment. Playing out of inertia, and there we go. Hikaru gets the win with a big smile. He's playing well.
Yes.
That was a great endgame. Giving up that pawn was a fantastic positional decision just to get his bishop out of prison.
Yeah, it took a lot of risk, but he got rewarded as well by playing a very nice endgame. Yeah, he's playing good today.
Oh,
Final seconds.
Yeah, looks like black is going to win. He has a pawn, not just the knight this time. And that's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. And I do see that there was a debate in our YouTube chat. Some viewers saying that the USCF uses their own rules and chess.com stupidly uses their rules, is what one commenter is saying here. But then it does at least make some sense. But I guess it's a debate in the chess world. What does it mean to have not enough material to give a checkmate?
Yeah, personally, I quite like the chess.com rules because I'm old and slow, and when I get flagged, like I feel better like when I get away with it when I have a knight or a bishop, or likewise for the opponent. But yeah, I can understand it's not technically like. I mean, yeah, FIDE rules should be the benchmark.
Okay, so what about 2 knights and king versus king?
Yeah, that's a funny one because I think if it's 2 knights, the game doesn't end, even though if it's just against a pure king, it's a draw.
It is a draw?
2 knights, like objectively, or
no. I mean, server? Like you can make. It's possible to put in a mate, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's difficult because even king and 2 knights versus the king, you can technically give mate
from certain positions. Yes.
Yeah, if the opponent just walks into the corner and willingly times it.
Yeah, but like from a position might be mate in 3 or 4, right? If you have
That
two
doesn't matter,
knights
yeah.
and a king versus a king.
True. 2 knights versus a pawn is a win often.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back to the chess. Keep the debate going in the chat, please.
Yes.
We love to hear the opinions. But in the meantime, it's a preview of the candidates tournament.
All right.
And we've got both players with a perfect 6 out of 6. Hikaru seeming to be in good form, but Sindarov has won Title Tuesdays very recently. And we'll see which one of them comes out on top. What can you read of their ambition in this opening, David?
Well, Hikaru's played the Scandinavian defense. Maybe in your honor, guys?
Sketchy opening.
But yeah, it's opening with a kind of fluctuating reputation. It used to be regarded as extremely dodgy. Then it had maybe some players experimenting with it, showing it was solid enough.
Yeah.
So let's take this as a sign that Hikaru is probably not planning on playing the Scandinavian in the candidates against Sindarov.
It'll be the coolest double bluff of all time. If he plays the Scandinavian, everyone's like, nah, no chance. And then, boom, it's his main weapon.
Yeah.
I mean,
So Scandi has a bit of a dodgy reputation, right? But it's still solid. But let's say it's not a winning attempt for black at least. But usually, at least in classical, you don't play with black with big ambition. You should rather just try and draw the game, whereas with white, that's when you want to really win.
But it'll be interesting in the candidates tournament to see how many times the players kind of think that, okay, a draw with black is good enough, because in the candidates you're playing against so many opponents, you really need to win quite a couple of games. And then maybe this wouldn't be one of the openings that shows enough ambition to get the required amount of points. Hikaru obviously eyeing the World Championship match. That's his biggest goal in chess right now.
Yeah, maybe his last remaining goal in classical. He's done most other things. This looks more like a Caro-Kann defense now with the bishops off the board. Black's queen is really oddly placed.
It is.
And a knight trade would allow white to take back with the pawn, get a semi-open line for the rook. Very awkward standoff here. Black would love to kind of bring the bishop out and just get castled, but the question is whether there's any threats.
Okay, so how crazy is it to go long castle here?
Ooh, that's it would have been a fun move.
Maybe dodgy, yeah?
Maybe he's keeping it up his sleeve, though, for later. I don't actually hate that move, but or at least castling queenside, but I think he might have it planned in a few moves' time. Maybe he'll take the knights off. Okay, he doesn't castle.
No.
He wants to go to the safer side.
Yeah, probably wise, but he needs to get his pieces out. Okay, so now he's developing.
Planning on castling on the king side.
He seems to be solid.
If I can get c5, I should be fine.
Okay, so Hikaru sharing his plan there. At that point, he won't have that many problems.
It's just about the queen as well, getting her out of this horrible cage she's in. So either Hikaru has to push the pawn and then like slowly evacuate her, or as he says, maybe this is the moment his plan comes to reality.
Yeah, why not? Maybe he can. Yeah, what else to do?
I think the only reason not to is because he might think that this is a weakness and he doesn't want to trade off the opponent's weakness. He might want to come in and kind of attack it from behind. And maybe at some point he'll...
Makes sense. Ooh. And also rook d1 was never possible because there was a fork on c3. Yeah.
Now he's going to get the queen out with even more force once the rook goes to the center.
Making progress.
Interesting.
This is typical Hikaru. He's like... He likes to
Although
play
he does
with
have
so
knight
little
e3, which I
space.
just realized is playable.
Hikaru is talking quite a lot, but he's playing quite fast.
He's talking about this move now, trying to trade off pieces. This is a typical Scandinavian defense, though. Or like, I always think of it as like a cousin of the Caro-Kann. It's like this exact pawn structure. White has this pawn versus the two black pawns, so it's like you shall not pass mentality. But if you can block things like Hikaru has done, then this is actually a huge weakness now. Black's just going to line up the rooks against it, and long term, he's doing very, very well.
Yeah. Seems like he has so... I mean, he has so easy play. He can play so many moves now. He can double the rooks. He can give luft. He can move the queen, move the a-pawn. A lot of things that he can do, which will just keep the status quo. And a lot of the in this type of format, this time control, you just want to have positions where you can make easy moves.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, now though?
surprised by that one. I thought Hikaru's idea was to undermine
Queen
the
D7 rookie.
center. Okay, he's playing for control though. Weakness has appeared, but he's going to cover it.
Yeah.
And still.
And look at the time advantage.
Oh, this bishop on c3 is such a good piece. It's covering so many important squares, like the e1 square for the rook. It's attacking the pawn from behind. Yeah, and it can never be taken. Well, it could, but then you are... maybe that's what you need to do with white, actually. I don't know.
If the white bishop were better somehow, if you could kind of plant it on any other diagonal, any other square, it might be fine, but...
Hikaru, a minute up on the clock. He's doing really well in this game.
He's found a way. It's almost the Alekhine's gun that we talked about, the 3 heavy pieces stacked up, and a pawn is dropping in the near future.
King f7? No, maybe not.
Because there's bishop f2. Okay, it's rook d3 in the show.
Yeah, Hikaru's still calculating quite a bit, but he has won a pawn now.
This is very straightforward stuff now, surely, for Hikaru. 1 extra minute on the clock as well. No weaknesses for black. At the right time, he can set up pushing this pawn through. He can even move his bishop out of the way, start taking over the open line. He wants to push, though, push his pawns.
This is good stuff from Hikaru. He has shown basically no weakness so far this tournament.
He could be moving to 7 out of 7 if he manages to win this.
Yes, yes.
I can't remember seeing Hikaru in such a good position to win the tournament. We know that usually you need around 9.5 points at least to win. And he's definitely on track to do that. We also see that Arjunari Gaisi, the guy that I was rooting for in the beginning here, who I was hoping could win, he has moved to 6 out of 7, so he's catching up.
Oh, Hikaru, he's been really good at trapping his opponent's bishops.
Yep.
And in the near future, maybe not just yet. I don't know if he wants to take care of the pin. Oh, wow, he even traps a rook instead. That's even stronger. Oh, Hikaru gets the win.
Resignation, wow.
I think that was a pretty good game for me, actually, overall.
That's a good summary. Hikaru finally giving himself some praise. And that game was very quick as well. And here we see Denis Lazovic, who's already qualified for the Esports World Cup, with less than 30 seconds in a really hopeless situation against Maxime, who could also move to a perfect 7 out of 7 if he manages to win this, as we expect him to. And there, actually, Lazovic actually gives up because the pawn was going to promote. So Maxime, also with 7 out of 7, has also been in amazing shape today.
Yeah, Lazovic blundered just before we went in. It looked like a drawn endgame, and then he just put his king on a bad square, got caught in the middle of the board. So, yeah, Maxime taking the win. Looks like he's going to be taking on the challenge of Hikaru next. And in the meantime, Nihal Sarin with a very promising position. And, yeah, light squared control. At some point, something's happening on this diagonal or on the back rank for black.
I just prepared it by going rook to f7. So if you go bishop c2, then knight f8, you grab the knight and you give a checkmate on h7. But yeah, and if he can't take the pawn in the middle because the knight is hanging. So this looks hopeless for Galchenko.
Yeah, knights are normally a king's best friend, but the black knight just has no good squares. If it could somehow just play this move, nudge it across, maybe some safety. Now he can set it up. Does he set up that checkmating idea?
Okay, so if you go there, then maybe king g8 was the point.
Oh, he's found a good square for his knight now.
Yep.
The worst might have passed for Galchenko.
But he has only 15 seconds.
Oh, 15 seconds.
That can't be enough time. But Nihal is spending quite a lot of time now just being frustrated by the fact that this game was easier earlier. And goodness, there's a threat.
E5?
Yeah. Checkmate will decide the game. Galchenko looks sad. And rook takes queen now wins. Nihal gets the job done.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I think there was a possibility to survive a bit longer there. But yeah, the clock, as we always see in Title Tuesday, when you're defending, no time, impossible.
And after the 7th round, we have 2 players with a perfect score. It's the heavy favorites. It's Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. It's Hikaru. Surely they'll be facing each other in the next round, unless the colors... David, you're very good at predicting pairings.
Yes. Normally, Hikaru would get his color as the higher seed. He would continue his pattern. So he would continue alternating. He'd get white next. MVL would get the double black. But that's in open tournaments. I don't know. We've talked about chess.com rules, FIDE rules being different. Maybe there's a glitch there. I just know MVL will play Hikaru. That's all I'm going to promise. And Draken will play Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, David, can you say the name of the 14th player?
Papasimakopoulos.
Okay, that's perfect. Perfect.
The Greek players are doing well. We can also see that a lot of the Indian players have been climbing up the standings. Let's take a look at the country standings. India and Greece on top, thanks to all the players that have been doing very well here in the recent rounds. There's so many in the top 10.
Yeah, Greece doing really, really well. England tumbling. We were in 20th place, barely on the graphic.
On the graphic.
But here we go,
Okay,
big round.
Here we go.
And you were correct, David, that it is Hikaru that gets the white pieces, that continues his pattern of alternating the colors. And he is facing Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. That's going to be a huge game, very important for both of them. Maxime, who's won twice this year already. Hikaru, who hasn't won in God knows how many weeks. And look at Hikaru. He seems really motivated from his bobbling head.
Yep. Okay, so we have a Scottish game here. Interesting opening.
Yeah, the Scotch 4 Knights is known for its drawish tendencies, but normally the black bishop comes out the whole way to create a pin. That's the most solid variation. But MVL doesn't always play e5 as black, so both players not playing their normal openings, and Hikaru is looking away. This is... Yeah, I remember it used to be trendy stuff. Aronian was always playing like this with black.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that this is drawish in any way. You can go castle opposite sides and the center is going to open. This is not drawish to my eyes, at least.
No. But it was MVL who went away from the drawish lines with the bishop.
I see,
yeah. So, okay, Hikaru trades off, though. I was expecting him to just bolster his pawn in the center. Yeah, interesting. Definitely not drawish. I fully agree. This is going to be very good, or maybe not so good for Hikaru now, who has to decide to give up his bishop to save his pawn, or if he steps back, black might just push and then take in the center.
So risky, though. Or maybe not so risky.
Oh, actually, wait. If the bishop goes back, knight takes pawn. Hikaru might have missed that one.
Tricks.
And the tension between the queen and bishop is one thing, but the knight will hit the white queen. Lots of tactics.
Hikaru, so he's easy to read. You see that he's so unhappy with this position right now. He overlooked something, and he's like, ugh, in disgust. Yeah.
Well, he should have stuck to his b3, g3, all those lines. Instead of going down a pawn, he does give up the bishop pair, but the black's bishop is going to be so strong. The dark's got a piece. It can come and pin the knight later. If it ever lands on this diagonal, oh, this looks shaky.
Yeah, rook b8. So many options here. Bishop g4. MVL has a very easy position to play. Let's see if Hikaru can muddy it up somehow, create some counter chances. He really needs to find something soon, or else...
He's going to try and set up some pawn break in the center before he gets mated. Oh, okay, he just defends the pawn. He's going to use his bishop as a blocker. He's hating life, Hikaru, really shaking his head there.
Yeah, he is, but, well, you need to play
I don't reset after a game against Sindarov, and I've put myself in a very bad spot.
Put himself in a very bad spot, so not happy with his situation. Time situation could be better, and... Hikaru struggling here against Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, who's doing better according to the evaluation at the top of the screen.
Well, speaking about muddying the position a bit, I think Hikaru managed to do that right now.
Yeah, it feels like he's dodged the worst. MVL looks like he's smelt something really bad. Maybe it's his position that he finds a bit smelly, but or maybe he just doesn't approve of Hikaru's moves. But okay, the worst has passed for white. He's got a strong bishop now. Black still has these weak pawns. Game on.
Yeah. I mean, the bishop pair is supposed to be strong, but... Yeah. All depends on the rest of the board.
Yeah.
Okay, g4. Yeah.
Yeah, forced move to keep the line close, but what's happening here?
Is there a pawn hanging in the middle? Why?
Yeah, there's a pawn hanging. He wants to bring his knight to this square to hit some pieces. But he's also walked into this skewer. That's the bigger danger. And he's had to block his best bishop.
Okay, that's a big yikes. So MVL continues to harass the knight or trying to keep the knight out of the game.
He's kept the knight out and he's kept the bishop out of the game now with that last...
And this e-pawn of white is not going anywhere. It's always up for grabs. So if you can take it without giving away too many options for white, then MVL should just be winning.
Yeah, Hikaru missed a trick. Like, while his bishop was still open, I think he should have just given up the pawn just to keep the bishop open. It was going to die anyway, and then black would have had all the isolated pawns in the world. But now let's see whether he can live up to his reputation of being a great defender, Hikaru. He's going to be a pawn down facing the bishop pair.
Check. So MVL gives a check. I don't know why exactly. He
wanted his bishop out of the pawn chain to take away this knight jump.
So interestingly, if Hikaru defends the pawn with rook d5,
trying to go for
I
some
think bishop
tricks here.
e7 was really strong.
Trying to go for some tricks here.
Yeah.
Is he managing?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
It's also knight g1 maybe? Okay, whatever.
Why not take
but
this
now I
pawn?
get bishop d4. I need to check first.
Yeah.
He wanted to check first. Now his rook is trapped behind this bishop. Hikaru missing these small details.
He's had such a promising day, Hikaru.
But MVL, like...
That's so had MVL.
Yeah.
I mean, I was speaking about how Hikaru hasn't shown any weakness so far in this tournament last game, but neither has MVL. He has played fantastically so far.
Not just today, MVL's on a hot streak. He's won a couple of Title Tuesdays in the last, as you said, just this year alone, and he'll be a favorite if he wins this one to win a third one. As long as he doesn't blunder checkmate, which he won't, surely. He'll create some luft for his king.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
He has so
this
many
game.
options. Rook e3, bishop e3. Lots of things he can do.
There we go.
Everything that went wrong this game everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Aww. Hikaru already feeling like the game is over, and Maxime grabbing another pawn. Doesn't look good.
He's 2 pawns down. As long as he doesn't allow too much counterplay with the white rook, then he should have everything under control. He can give some checks, or he can just bring his bishop back. Something to control the position.
Maybe c6 even. Give up a pawn.
Also a very good move. Just no counterplay for white. Like, the bishops control everything. We've seen a lot of bishop pair. Bishop pair games this one, and the rook drops.
I just forgot the right move order in that game.
Wow.
Complete trash, Hikaru is calling his game, but he is playing against one of the best blitz players in the world. But that means that we do have time to look at another game here between... impressive that an international master has managed to get 6 out of 7 points and is playing against Nihal Sarin, one of the strongest in the field. But it is Nihal who has a rook in place of a knight. So... it seems that he will be advancing and winning this game, Nihal.
Yeah, he's getting the job done. He's just too active with his rook. The knight is really offside. I've actually played his opponent many times, international master from Indonesia. He's always been an online blitz specialist. But even the best endgame specialist will not hold this position. Black's up a pawn and the exchange. King and pawn endgames are even winning. Yeah, just don't blunder a knight fork.
Yeah, this is just too easy. I believe for Nihal, he should win this 100 out of 100 against anyone in the world. So it doesn't matter who the opponent is, even if it's Magnus. This is just not enough material.
And there we go. It's confirmed he gets the win.
Yeah.
Maybe 99. Maybe one time out of 100 you get disconnected or something. In the meantime, our star in the studio... yeah, Mr. Clooney here. He is doing quite well, I would say. He's the exchange down, but he's so active with his pieces, and he's got a bunch of pawns. He's got 3 pawns now for the material.
I love his position. He needs to get the pawns rolling, though. Yes, so he does.
I like the idea of, okay, it might be difficult now, but idea of walking the king forward as well a bit later. Oh, he's blundered this. The rook switch. Suddenly he's losing this pawn. He might be losing his central pawn.
Uh-oh.
The panic setting.
H4.
I was expecting some kind of reaction, but it was, of course, in Portuguese. So I can't interpret it anyways. But it's not the look of happiness.
Oh, it's all dropping. It's all going wrong suddenly.
Aye.
Commentator's curse.
No, but King G6, Rook B7, and then Rook F3.
Yeah, A4. You're right. That's a really cool tactic. If the rook had stepped across, there would have been a tactic, and he's given up more material.
That's madness.
That's wild. He's trying to threaten a checkmate. Oh, that was a checkmate threat, but now...
That's a cool checkmate threat.
Yeah.
Shaking his head. But down to 20 seconds. He shouldn't lose all hope.
Yeah, no, this is not over.
This isn't over.
Oh. Pawn goes, but he's lost his knight now.
Oh, no.
Now it really is over.
Maybe it is over.
Oh, it all fell apart.
But still, 10 seconds left. 16 seconds.
Keep fighting.
9 seconds.
Should be enough time for his opponent.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, so close. And that would have been a huge win for him. Now he's playing for stalemate. Doesn't exist, though. Not king takes pawn. Don't play king takes pawn. Oh.
And he laughs a bit there. But down to the final seconds.
Spanish is apparently better than Portuguese.
Oh, controversial.
1 second, though. 1 second. Oh. Yeah, it always looked like his opponent was in control. With the queen, he was going to give all the checks in the world and win on time anyway. But yeah, the turnaround, we see that's happened so often week in, week out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we can then see that there is, this is the standings after the 8th round, and the players are going to have a short break, and we will be back in just a moment. All right, so some of our viewers might have been wondering, what is this QR code that we see on this side that we have been showing through the entirety of the broadcast? And I will now be sharing my screen to show you what you can expect if you do join the waitlist of this app. Because this is the Take app, which has made chess a social platform where you can share your games, and usually you're connecting your chess.com or your Elite Chess profiles, and you can share the games you've played online. David, I can see that you played 5 hours ago during the workday, so good on you for that.
Stop spying on me.
But what I was also going to show is that recently I discovered that you can actually enter classical chess games, and I was very happy and proud of this game. That is, until I entered it into the Take app, and I was informed that I made some very questionable moves, but I knew that the final move, I suspected that it would be a brilliancy, and it was. Okay, ignore. I'm not asking anyone to comment on this game. I would like to show. Here I felt that after playing 16 moves and all of my pawns are at like the very top of the on the right side, David, how would you assess my position here?
Your king doesn't have much protection around it. The white king looks quite naked, I'm going to say, but you are a pawn up.
I am.
And you've got a lot of activity. I like it. I like the attitude. Forward.
I love it. I love it. Very good, Martin.
It was a very entertaining game.
Yes.
But mistakes were made. Let's just say I wanted to show you guys the final position because I was so happy. Yeah, David, your reaction is saying
no. It's a cool game. Cool game.
This is why I wanted to share the game. I wanted to share it with people because I was so happy with finding this brilliant move, sacrificing my queen. My opponent resigned in this situation. Had he taken the queen, I would have had a back rank checkmate. And I was happy that I could share this game because then I got some comments. What an end to the game from my friend Aslak, and amazingly well played. So thank you to people who are commenting this. Sorry for the brag, but I was just happy to find that you could submit your classical chess games as well in the app. So if you also want to share your games, you can do that by scanning the QR code. And joining me in the app, I definitely pay attention to what people are doing there. But let's also take a look at one of the highlights from these recent rounds, because we did have two very big names face off each other here in the 6th round, David.
Yeah, and this was a crazy battle, 2 bishops against 2 knights, and we found out which one is stronger, especially when it's such an open board. Hikaru did a great job of unblocking the center, unblocking the queen side. He even gave up a pawn earlier, but we saw Serrano getting frustrated, getting a bit lost in the endgame maze here. And rather than taking that pawn, Hikaru went walkabout with his king. And in the end, it was the weak black pawns that started falling off the board. And black just had no counterplay. Knights are so one-dimensional. Bishops are such long-range, multi-purpose pieces. And just great endgame technique, as we've come to expect from the world number 2. He was looking in great shape, won 7 in a row, but did get pegged back in the last game. Hikaru, he's still not out the race for first place. And he showed good form ahead of the candidates in that clash.
Yeah, he needs. He can still bounce back, but he needs somebody to stop MVL, who's on a cruise with 8 out of 8. And well, will he be? Has there been anyone else than Magnus with the full score recently after they switched the format to 5+0?
No, it's just been the one time that he managed the perfect 11 out of 11 in the 11th game week. You remember that, David?
Yeah, on the 11th of the 11th month as well.
Oh,
the 11th
yeah,
of November.
it was destined. And let's see if Maxime can manage that now on the 3rd of March. Doesn't have the same.
Is that Magnus's birthday as well, or something? No, that's not.
It's sometime
30th.
later in November,
Okay,
yeah. But Maxime, he's going to have to play against somebody who has 7 points and has a lot of incentive to defeat him now. Do you have any predictions for who he might be facing, David? You're so good at this.
I need to look at the colors. I haven't been looking. Dayak. Oh, will he play Brad Pitt?
The Romanian Brad Pitt, as he is called by our commenters.
I mean, if MVL is due a white, it has to be someone who's due black. But does rating take precedence? There's so many on the other side. Like, everyone else has just had black. Okay, I'll say it's either going to be Arjun or Dayak, one of the two.
All right, and we can see now as well that there are 3 Indian players in the top 10. So when we do check the country standings once again, and how is England doing, David?
19th. I've never been so happy to be top 20 in anything.
And India on top, obviously, with all of the players that are doing well there, and Nihal among them that we just saw. Arjun, who was off to a bit of a rocky start. He drew Witty Alien, but then he was able to rise back up and take a lot of points. And here we have gotten the draw.
I was wrong.
It is Maxime who is playing against Nihal, and Hikaru has the black pieces against Andrakin. Yeah, a lot of top guys facing each other here in the 9th round with only 3 rounds to go.
Yeah, Nihal, always so expressive, I found. Wow. And he plays this pawn move. That is not a mouse slip. That is a weird waiting move, not a Caro-Kann. It's like a teasing Caro-Kann defense. And this has given white a very important tempo. The pawn, it's unclear what it does on this square. Maybe later it will support a pawn push. But he's gone for the advanced variation, MVL. I think Nihal's kind of tricked him with the move order.
Yeah, I've faced this myself, and I don't really understand how to punish it. There's probably some way, I feel like there should be, but I don't know.
Yeah, Magnus
it's a thing these days, right? To play this A6 move. It's weird, but with black, you claim that it's a useful move later on, and then you wait to see how white develops, and then
it's the light squared strategy. Most of the pawns on the light squares. Magnus actually often, in blitz games only, but he starts with pawn to a6 first, and then next move. So same.
Yes.
But in the meantime, beautiful pawn chain for MVL. How to go ahead with this? I was going to say he needs to break out at some point, Nihal, and advantage gone already.
Okay, so now, I mean, you can go knight e7, attack both pawns. You will pick up one of them. If white tries to defend both at the same time with like queen into the middle, then the other knight comes and something will drop off either way. So it goes this way. So now you stop it for a while, but queen c7, threatening both pawns.
Yeah. And the problem is white's quite far behind in development. Like white's still many moves away from castling.
Yeah.
And black has taken on less space, less responsibility. Really shocked he allowed this doubling of his pawns.
Yeah, this is...
Nihal looks like he regrets it already.
Yeah, I mean, the video froze, but still, that's a regrettable expression, right?
Yeah, I think the material of the pawn was less important than the bishops there, or at least the long-term structure. Now there's an isolated pawn in the center, double pawns, but yeah, still a position. And yeah, if he can do something really quick, really active Nihal now, then he's still got counterplay.
Yeah, it's always this this dilemma that you have when playing 5+0 blitz. When people play dodgy stuff, you can try and think to find the most precise way of punishing it, but then you will have to spend some time. And well, sometimes you just have to make some moves in order to not lag too far behind on time. So I feel like that's what's happening. But now apparently Nihal is better.
Yeah.
What is going on?
The black knights are jumping. Maybe at some point this knight will go here as well. And yeah, I'm a bit confused why he has an advantage. It looks like white is super solid level material. But we trust the computer to an extent.
Can you take on d5?
Sack attack. That would be brave. Okay, didn't happen. Didn't give up his rook yet. Now we might see why Nihal is going to be better. He's going to take this bishop off the board, and white's going to be saddled with a really ugly pawn in the middle for the long term.
Wow. This is Nihal's opportunity to catch up to Maxime. Maxime, who is leading with 1 point, would be very important for Nihal to be able to get a point. Let's see if we can hear what he's saying. It sounds like he has some audio on in the background, so maybe he was just singing along to whatever he was listening to. He's not streaming, but we do have access to his sound.
Yeah, some nice music there. No, I feel like Maxime definitely had some chances for a better position earlier on, but what we see is that he, instead of playing precisely, plays quickly. So he's a minute up on the clock, and he has definitely a playable position. He's maybe not better objectively, but I mean, if we count in the clock, then
yeah,
I mean, he should be better potentially.
Yeah. And I think Nihal's going into damage limitation mode. Just by taking that knight off the board, it shows he doesn't want too long a game because he knows the clock is an issue. So he's going to try and quickly get the rooks off, maybe even get the queens off. Here he comes. If you can get those pieces, at least then 2 minutes is enough to finish the game. He's very, very experienced with the blitz and bullet. But black's king is super safe. Like, he should be playing for an advantage. It's just the clock situation. Check.
Yeah.
Incoming.
So how do we approach this as MVL?
I would just keep everything on the board, like try and avoid the queen exchange, or
yeah, that's a good try.
Just push a pawn, hide in the corner, just keep the game going as long as possible.
Yeah, because the moment he starts to think, like right now, he is in trouble.
Losing his time advantage.
Yeah, that's what he's got going.
And Maxime, he would be very happy with a draw that would keep Nihal at a distance. And it would mean that nobody would be able to catch up to him. 2 rounds left. But
now Nihal is doing the Hikaru bubblehead.
oh, this is not Indian music. This is a song we know. Danza Kurduro. Is that what the song is called?
That's right, that's right.
We've heard Hikaru sing Bad Romance, and now we're hearing Nihal sing Danza Kurduro. I mean...
Well, that's the perfect second clip of today, I would say, after Take, Take, Take.
I mean, he should apply for X Factor or Pop Idol. Or yeah, that's nice to see that he's finding his rhythm on and off the board. Nihal, as the time advantage is disappearing. Black's position definitely easier to play. Whoops, there's a pawn that seems to be hanging.
Hello, MVL? Pawn on d5 calls and wonder what's going on.
Yeah, he's trying to loosen black up here, but black's got everything under control.
Yeah, what was rook c3? That was
a weird move.
Yeah, it was.
Really slow, and now the king has come. Like, white's king he could have activated. Like, he could be a pawn down, but with his king already on a better square, his rook already behind. But he's been slow, MVL, both with his pieces and on the clock.
Yeah, that's the problem with being up on the clock but sacrificing board. Like, if you have a bad position, it's difficult to play.
This is top level chess, guys.
Yes, yes, it is.
What language is that song in? It's pretty impressive that he knows all the lyrics.
Yeah.
Is it Portuguese?
Ah, maybe we'll have to ask Kirikou.
We need his best rendition. In the meantime, Black has a totally winning endgame. Black's king is more active. Black's a pawn up. The rook is perfectly poised. It's going to sit on a nice square as well. The
Yeah, it
pawns
is
are coming.
Portuguese.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Nihal, he's going to force a king and pawn endgame. He can take it.
That's a lost endgame.
He's going to get zugzwanged eventually. There's going to be... Oh, or is he?
Really? Is
wow.
this draw?
Apparently, this was not the winning move, and White needed to just wait there, ready to go in with his king, and tempo by tempo, it was holding. But that was a miracle, and okay, it's happening again.
What?
This is crazy. Taking and blocking that pawn. He has to block it. Ask Black to make the decision. That is the only
Okay, that
move.
makes sense, though.
This
Because-
one's... Yeah.
Yeah, if you now go a4, king goes to the left, you just follow and you block everything off. And if the king... Yeah, now you go up, I suppose.
Yeah. You can go up.
G5?
Opposition. He goes for the distant opposition.
Okay, maybe that's... Good G5 still?
Yeah, he's going to wait now. There we go. It's important to stay on the same color as the opponent when going for the opposition, either 2 or 4 squares away from each other.
This is so strange, though. I mean, usually when you have pawn endgames, king and pawns, I mean, one pawn is so enough. I mean, usually it's just winning immediately, but now...
It's wild that this is a draw. Yeah. One down, but he's holding.
Oh, but look at the time as well. Like, Nihal needs to be concentrated now.
Yeah.
He took his eye off the ball early in the king of pawn endgame. He could have been way more accurate at the beginning when he actually had time on the clock. And oh, what? For a moment there, the eval bar playing tricks with us. He actually gave up the opposition at some point. Black needed to run towards the other side of the board. He might get another opportunity. He needs... Oh, he does it now, and MVL's blundered.
Oh, but he has less than 10 seconds, Nihal.
Time though.
This is it. I think he's got enough time. 8 seconds. He's going to get a queen. 8 seconds is more than enough with a queen.
Is he going to start singing?
7 seconds. He's so quick. The pre-moves. And there we go. MVL doesn't even try. He resigns.
Wow.
The lead has been taken down.
Okay, no perfect score today either.
Oh.
Woo! And a celebration from Nihal. Who's singing more?
Sing when you're winning.
He certainly had a good feeling during that game because there were times where he was really like feeling the game and he was singing a lot, and now he's tied MVL. They're both at 8 points together with the fellow Indian Bharat and Andreikin as well, who beats Hikaru. So Hikaru not really in the running anymore, and it could be really any of these guys. And Sindarov at 7.5 points. It's going to be 2 very exciting final 2 rounds. What game should we follow now? It's going to be a tough decision because there are so many interesting games going on here.
Can you tell me about this Bharat, David? Do you know who this is?
I do know him. I don't have any experience playing against him. I've seen him at tournaments. I've seen him in action. I think he's very well drilled, very well kind of classically educated player.
Young?
Youngish. Not as young as some of the other wonder kids out there. But yeah, it is a surprise, I would say, to see him up there at this stage of the tournament.
Okay.
Born in 2007.
Okay, he is young.
So we have to do some calculations. That means that he is
18, 19.
19 then?
Okay. Yeah, I've seen him around for a few years already, so he must have done great. He became a Grandmaster, I think it was a couple of years ago already. So a few years ago now. So
he's having a very good tournament. And his countryman Nihal also now in joint leadership with Andreikin. And we're paying attention to see what
Nihal-
kind of ambition they have in this opening.
Yeah, Nihal gives up the bishop pair, but destroys Andrekin's pawn position.
Yeah, big weakness in the center, that isolated pawn. I do quite like White's chances long term. I expect him to drop the bishop back. No more 2 bishops versus 2 knights scenarios. Okay, counterattack instead. That's very sharp. Nihal, I think he realizes this is his moment. Like, that last game was so key.
Yeah.
Now he's hitting the bishop. Although there were twists and turns against MVL, like, he did deserve to win. He did outplay him. And he had enough time. The bishop surely just has to move, has to run somewhere.
Are there tricks here?
Tricks such as,
I don't know.
maybe like
bishop e6, then maybe.
Bishop, yeah, and then taking and queen check. And,
Yeah,
okay, he goes to a safe square.
makes sense.
Now,
Okay, bishop e2, I suppose. You could take the knight and go something like queen f3. Maybe it's too much.
but now Andrekin defends his weak pawn, and he's ready to bring out his unchallenged dark square bishop.
Bishop h5. Bishop all the way to the side.
yes.
Let's go.
Trade off the bishop pair.
Yeah.
Good positional move. Probably an annoying one to face as well. It's like, how do you react to that with black? Do you lose a bit more time?
Maybe this also.
Ooh.
I like it.
I like it in general, but right here, right now, like, maybe the bishop comes out, hits the knight.
Yeah, probably right. Why do I have to spoil everything, David?
I don't know. I mean, if he can somehow push this pawn and lock it in, like with the castles, maybe he's going to do that anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because take the knight, take the bishop, take the knight, take the pawn, take the pawn, take the bishop. How do we end up here?
You could have 8 captures in a row. Oh, we're going to see it. Take.
Yeah, take.
There we go. The dust is settled. Who's better? Probably white.
Probably white, yeah.
Yeah, black's king is a bit open. The queen has a beautiful square as well.
Okay, so do you have 2 very weak pawns in the middle, the e pawn versus the d pawn? But
Let's also hear what kind of music Nihal is listening to.
Oh.
No, he's not listening to any music right now. He is taking it more seriously.
He just gave up that pawn. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah. Was he betting on some kind of weird checks or... There we go.
Yeah,
the king is
seems
going to start
like it.
running.
Yeah, you don't want to go g6. It's not necessary to block with the pawn. Just run with the king into the corner. We should be fairly safe.
Yeah, I don't understand why he gave that pawn up. Like, even if he had to play a passive move, that's fine.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. It's not like there was so much going on. So feels like this is a bit of a missed opportunity for him.
And now, unless he can somehow attack on the light squares, it feels like he's playing for a draw only.
Yeah, rook c1 maybe. Okay.
And Draken's also got a great track record in Title Tuesdays.
Yeah.
He's won many of them. He's beaten Magnus in recent weeks.
I think he's one of the players who's won the most amount of Title Tuesdays. That was before they changed this format to not have any increment any longer. But he certainly plays every single week and is eagerly trying to win for once in 2026. Nihal as well would love to get 10 points and increase their probabilities of qualifying for the Esports World Cup.
Well, now Nihal maybe is getting some counterplay. So, what is going on here exactly? So the pawn in the middle is hanging, but so is the A pawn, and so is the C pawn. So,
Ooh, apparently the wrong choice, but the most logical move.
yes.
Nihal, and pawns are dropping all over the place. We might see a world in which the whole queenside disappears. Like, this pawn drops, this pawn drops, this one drops, and another one drops. Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust, yeah.
Take. Get rid of those pawns.
So how is that endgame though with 3 against 2 pawns?
Probably should be holdable for Nihal, especially because black's a bit weak on the light squares.
Yeah, still favorable for Draking though, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, the knight tends to like when there is only pawns on one side of the board compared to 2. which the bishop enjoys.
But Nihal needs 9.5 points, and if he gets...
Oh,
What?
the 2 pawns extra?
Why would he drop that one?
I don't know.
Maybe he saw nothing else.
They're making some strange decisions this game.
Ooh, Andrekin's underselling his advantage. I think White could have traded queens and gone after the black pawn, but
now he gives up the pawn.
Yeah.
Strange play, but he doesn't want it.
yeah, the black knight was coming in and stopped.
Makes sense.
But for how long? I mean,
Would be a huge advantage for Andrekin to get a win here. Would move him to 9 points, and that could mean that he's only half a point away from his first win. But he's not making the right moves, it seems.
why is no one wanting these pawns? Why is Nihal giving up pawns and then not taking pawns? Why is Andrekin giving the pawns back? He's fishing for some kind of attack here.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't exist. I think it's just ghosts. At the very least, knight and f8, there is no mate, but he goes forward.
Seems like both players agree on what's going on, at least.
Yeah.
They both agree that attack is more important than a
They need the full
simple
point.
pawn. Yeah.
You need the points.
I think it's very important that rook takes pawn doesn't work here. Because black can just step back with the rook and only take the rook next move. Or maybe actually black can even take and then just hide the king. No more checks. Okay, I think Nihal was banking everything on some kind of weird sacrifices and perpetual check. Doesn't work.
Hikaru, he has bounced back and has that 8 out of 10, but that probably means it won't be enough for him to win this title Tuesday. Without Magnus, he was doing so well in the first 7 rounds, so he kind of collapsed a bit, but there's still points to fight for. All the top 10 players at the end of the day will get some points to the Champions Chess Tour standings, but Hikaru will be disappointed to not win when he was doing so well, when he was in such good form.
So who did Hikaru lose to after MVL?
He lost against Andrekin and Maxim,
Yeah,
so
okay.
Andrekin, that's why he has 8 points and is doing well here.
Of course.
And if you want to read who he just beat, you can ask David once again for the pronunciation.
Yes, please. Alexandros, I can say.
Which one? Papasimakopoulos. There we go.
Rolls off very nicely. Okay, Andrekin threatening mate in 1.
Ooh, queen takes pawn.
Yes.
That's a threat, since the white rook is pinned, not really a defender.
Big threat.
And does that mean that, there we go, white has to just rely on perpetual check, otherwise he's done, but f5 will close the door. No more checks.
Yeah.
Pushing this pawn forward. And we'll see an endgame. Oh, he pushes the other one. The queen actually defends any checking squares that white wants to use.
Interesting.
Even better. Now he might even be taking the bishop in some positions if the white queen ever moves. Bishop drops back.
17 seconds for Nihal. That shouldn't be enough.
Shouldn't be enough. Andrekin's got this. He needs to, therefore, give his king some breathing space. Oh, it feels like something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Something's happening. Okay, he's defending. But the problem is he's 2 pawns down.
Yeah.
And 40 seconds behind on the clock.
It's completely uninteresting. A6 pawn is gonna be the end of Nihal.
Might decide the game, and Andre can give it all the checks. The king's actually going to be very safe, hiding on the dark squares.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's a perfect home for the black king, actually, surrounded by its pieces, and might even be checkmate in the near future.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a cool one. Just repeating the position, and okay. Still no immediate win.
Oh.
But 4 seconds for Nihal. It's all gone wrong. Feels like whoever wins the biggest game or takes the lead always gets taken down in the next round.
Yeah.
2 seconds left. The black king is safe.
Andrekin taking his time to not make any mistakes. Being careful.
Oh, and he's going to be the Andre king of this game as he wins. Queen's coming off the board.
All right.
And final seconds here for Ergaisi against Marco Materia from France.
Oh, Arigaisi's lost his bishop. Black's going to make a new queen. 3 seconds. Can he deliver checkmate? He should get that rook off the board as soon as he can. There we go. Stalemate, maybe. 0 seconds. No time, and it's a draw.
Oh, no.
2 moves away from checkmate.
On the young French guy, he moves to 8.5 points. But he does manage to sabotage Arjun a bit. And when the dust settles, we have Andreikin and Maxim Vachilegrov, two of the guys who have won this tournament so many times. They are the ones that are at 9 points. So the question will be, will 9.5 points be enough for these two guys? Or do they have to go for the win in the final round? And they are playing against each other, so they have the chance to make that decision. Would you dare to take a draw in that final game here, David, and just leave it up to the chance?
The players will see their tie breaks, and I don't know, if they're close, even slightly in tie breaks, then I think they just have to play on. Hope for the best. I think MVL's more likely to be the one to take any risks since he has white. And Draken's played the Berlin defense, which is one of the most solid out there. And no, we're heading for a forced draw. This is a forced drawn line. MVL stretching.
They're rolling the dice. They're rolling the dice because they have almost the exact same tie breaks. Half a point was the difference in...
Here we go. It's a repetition of moves.
Oh, no.
The infamous Berlin draw.
They're just leaving it up to a luck of the draw.
Yeah, not just that, but Sindarov can catch them with a win, and his tie breaks will come into it.
He has the exact same tie breaks as the other two.
Wow, we're going to be watching Sindarov in his quest for first, but only those three now can win the tournament, and it's a lottery. It's a coin toss.
Yeah. Well.
I don't understand that. Why wouldn't they want more?
I guess it's the professional thing to do. Like, if you've got your eyes on the prize, all about the money, but like, these guys, they don't need the extra. I don't know. It is odd. I don't approve. But.
So there's a first place prize in this tournament, right?
Yes.
But
$1,000.
Yeah, but are there also second, third, fourth, etc.?
Yes.
Okay.
There are.
But unclear the amount.
Yeah, but shouldn't you be optimizing for the points to the Champions Chess Tour scoreboard? Because none of these two guys are qualified for the Esports World Cup. They both need the points to secure their spots. I mean, Maxim, he's been signed to an esports team for a long time. He cares a lot about this. Would be great for him to get the 10 points from first place.
Arguably, that's what you do, though. Optimizing for the maximum points. If you know that you're going to be in tied first, second, third, then you're going to get a lot of points either way. I mean, if you lose, then suddenly you drop a lot of points and go down. So maybe it's just game theory optimizing.
He did have white, though. Like, he could play on a little longer than that.
Yeah,
true.
Especially because it was the Spanish opening, the roller pairs, and he's been playing that since he was a kid, Maxime. He's beaten Magnus even multiple times in that opening. Disappointing not to get a game, but that opens the door for others. Sindarov, he's now mulling over whether he can get greedy and take that pawn in the center. He does. Why is Nihal giving away all his pawns? Last game, this game. What's up?
Yeah, it's pawn abuse.
Pawn abuse, but we'll see the dust settle at the end of this one. And whoa, queen sacrifice from Sindarov.
Wow, very interesting queen sacrifice. So he gets. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you had 2 rooks and 2 bishops, which are really well placed. So white should have great compensation.
Yeah.
Okay, just move the other rook into the game, and now
could also take a pawn.
Yeah.
Didn't want it.
We don't want pawns this tournament.
Yeah.
Pawns are unnecessary.
Queen takes pawn would be a blunder here because the white bishop would move out the way with the check.
Yes.
And the pawn would be captured. There we go. Nihal gets his king off that diagonal, holds his own pawns. And this is what I mean. Like, why didn't he not, like, it wasn't just a pawn. He was keeping the black king on the back rank.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I think that was an opportunity there. Now the advantage is gone for white. I would still take the bishop and pawn over the queen, but hard to make progress.
So you could take the pawn and go a4, and okay, this is very solid as well. Push, put the knight, the bishop on d5, and you have a really good spot for the bishop, and then try to attack f7 at some point.
Yeah, Nihal pins the bishop. He could also have come in maybe, but yeah, he goes a different way.
Yep, this one first, and now bishop d5 afterwards.
Almost a pre-move.
Yeah. Pre-move is bishop e2 though. But
yeah, true. Just in case the opponent had taken. But now the queen does come in.
True.
It's a bit awkward. Like the white rook needs a stable square to create a full fortress.
Okay, so rook b2, then you can go to b7.
Aha, nice. Targets.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like rook b2, then queen d4 into the middle, attacking both the rook and the f2 pawn, perhaps.
Yeah. This is going to be a difficult position to win for either side. I mean, if these 2 pawns disappeared, the a pawns, then white is totally safe, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You can even give up your rook for a bishop, and you have a fortress.
Yeah.
But black's only counterplay is to try and win this pawn and then push. I could see a world, like, if white doesn't go quick, then black's pawn just slowly moves down, and then it gets a bit scary.
Yeah, it does. I have to ask one question, though. I saw this guy, Materia.
Yeah.
His name is not Leonard or anything, so we have Material.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Marco.
Marco. 16-year-old
Materia.
French.
That would be the perfect chess name.
Yeah. Even better than Sina Move Ahead.
Yes. Yes.
That's the current fan favorite, I think.
It's also a contender for sure. But Materia would be also really, really, really good. Okay. 16 years old?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Really strong.
He's just an international master and currently playing against Hikaru in the final round. So he's really having a good tournament. And beat Sarana, drew Erigaisi, beat Bortnik in the 4th round.
Oh, wow.
So
I actually played him just a few months ago. I played against 4 players from Chess Kid at the same time, like Modana, Sivanandan, who's become super famous now. Marco Materia was one of them. He was a last-minute replacement, and I was looking at his games. I was like, this guy is so strong. I just went straight for the draw. I was like, okay, I'll draw against you, and I'll try and beat the others.
Did you?
Yeah, I drew. Yeah, I drew against him, drew against one other, and managed to win 2. But yeah, that's how scary these youngsters are. And
cynical David.
But that sounds like a nightmare to specifically be playing like a simul/tournament thing against the biggest talents in the world. Jeez.
Okay, so over to the position. I feel like Nihal is about to take over this game now.
This pawn is so weak.
Yeah, it's really weak. And it's tough for Sindarov to create an attack here. So I don't know how he is. Well, maybe he can defend though, but still, it feels like if anyone has chances now, it should be black.
Yeah, the white bishop might have to put itself in a really weird square like this one just to hold both pawns.
Yeah.
Then it's out of the game.
You don't really want to do that because then you're giving up the long diagonal. I don't know. Should probably still be fine for white, but feels like black is getting some play now.
Yeah, and especially with the clock's ticking down, it's kind of easier to be black with the queen hitting things.
Yeah.
Just attacking a pawn. White's rook especially not stable. Like it's going to be hard to, like now it's like not quite Zugzwang, but
what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? And no time.
H5, but then again, yeah.
Might become weak, that pawn.
Exactly.
Black's king is super safe. I think he just missed a huge opportunity taking this pawn off the board. Then the white H pawn would have been powerful.
But now he wants to trade.
Okay.
But gives up the A pawn?
This is...
I'm very suspicious of this.
Shaky stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to get this pawn maybe. There we go. He goes active.
Okay, fine.
But it's a race now.
Yeah, both of them down to about a minute left. It's going to be a time scramble.
Okay, so the black king is in a bit of trouble, yeah? Can you pick up this pawn? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. He could actually take everything and then try and give his bishop up for the black pawn later, and white will never be in trouble there. Oh, it's a blunder. Big blunder. Nihal's given up all his pawns.
Oh.
Oh
Nihal
no.
has no respect for the pawns.
Yes.
We have to, I don't know.
Oh, and Sindarov, he's going to join the three-way tie if he can win this.
Oh, wow. He's totally winning now. His pawn is just way too strong. We talked about it earlier, the H pawn with the bishop and the rook. He can even, at some point, push his pawn forward, give a check. He's just making sure he doesn't get checked himself. Maybe he can even do that now.
Maybe he doesn't need to do something, so...
Just wait
Just
with the king.
go bishop f3, like, I don't know.
Yeah, there we go. He does create the threat.
That's the most direct approach. If it works, then it's great. And it seems like it is working. So it is great.
And he's going to join the other two at 9.5 in that case. If he can win this game, it's going to be so exciting to see who is going to be the winner, because a lot of tie breaks are going to have to be calculated. And we won't know the winner until every single game in the tournament is done.
Feels like so many games in this tournament where Nihal is just self-destructing, yeah?
It's the music. He needs to play that one song again.
Kuduro, why not to give a check and go run with the pawn? I don't understand.
That was just game over. Bishop
that
check.
was so easy.
And okay, he's going for checkmate, but
seconds left.
Is it stalemate? Is it stalemate somehow?
How though?
Oh, I don't see it. He brings his queen back. That wasn't it. That wasn't the move. Wow, that was an opportunity just for 1 second.
Check.
And
check. Now.
Soon the pawn will push.
Yep.
Oh,
Rook G6.
There we go.
GG.
Game over. Nihal runs out of time.
Okay.
Wow.
Sindarov joins the leading pack. It's the Three Musketeers on the top.
And all of them have 9.5 points. We do see Sindarov at the top. He has the best tie breaks, but are all the games done? I don't want to declare anyone the winner just yet.
It's chess karma if Sindarov wins.
Yes, Sindarov has won.
Oh,
we
wow.
hear it now. He did clinch the win of the entire game week 1 after winning brilliantly in the final round. So the other two that took the draw, they shouldn't have done that.
Exactly. Kaiser, the chess goddess, punishes those short draws. I keep telling people, like, if you play it safe, you get punished. And I think the fact that he leapfrogged them is karmic justice.
Absolutely. And let's also take a look at the country standings to see who wins there. It is Team India who wins with 40 points. So many guys in the top 10 this week. They've got Eric Gaisi, they had Bharat, they had so many players. And Nihal, of course, that we watched in the final round. And Team England, David.
18th, we'll take it. First time we've been top 20 in ages. But yeah, shout out to my fellow English players there for representing.
All right. And, but very disappointing for Nihal to fall out of the top 10. And they doesn't get any points for the Champions Chess Tour standings. But Materia, who we were just talking about, the 16-year-old French international master, does manage to get points after drawing against Hikaru in the final round. But do you think Hikaru is disappointed in Christian after getting 8.5 points in the end? He was leading for so long.
Yeah, I mean, he had, how much did he have? 7 out of 7 at after 7 rounds. And I mean, he was playing really well, but then like there's so little to shatter a tournament, and suddenly you just lose one game, then you lose your confidence, lose the second one, and then you're just out of it. So yeah, tough luck.
Tough luck for Hikaru, but we do have Sindarov here with us, the winner of the tournament, and you won the final round. So congratulations to you. Can you hear us from the Take studio?
Yeah, it was like some interesting game. Like, at some moment I was thinking like, okay, I cannot play to win and just try to play solid and play draw maybe, but he tried to push me, and I think I played Zen very well.
And you lost in round 7 against Hikaru. Did you then think that, okay, my chances of winning the tournament, did you still think that they existed?
When I lost to Hikaru, I understand, like I saw Hikaru and Maxim was at that moment, like, and then I think like I have very little chance to win this tournament, but anyway, I should need to try to win other games. And then I played draw after Hikaru, I think, and you know, I start thinking, okay, now I don't have any chance to win this tournament. And I also think I have a very bad Bugles, but somehow at the end my Bugles was very good, and I tried to win after a second break all 3 games. Yeah, I was so lucky to win this tournament.
And it's not the first time you're winning Titled Tuesday, so you're racking up a lot of points. Are you optimistic about your chances to qualify for the Esports World Cup?
Yeah, I think I also qualified for Titled Tuesday Winter Split to Global Chess, and I have a very good chances, but right now my focus on candidates, but then of course I want to try my best in Esports World Cup.
And what is it like to prioritize playing Title Tuesday and prioritize qualifying for the candidates? Are you kind of trying to not reveal too much of your opening preparation in these tournaments here?
I think if you check my games, you will understand. Like I totally play some crazy lines, and without any openings, I just try to enjoy with chess, and somehow, like, I don't know, this time I won, but I was so lucky.
And Javokir, congratulations on your third win of 2026 Title Tuesday. How do you feel your form is now heading into the candidates? How confident are you about your chances there?
After freestyle, like, I feel I played also Title Tuesday. Everyone was beat me in the Title Tuesday, and I feel so bad. I feel like I didn't calculate even 2-3 moves, but right now, I think today I played very well, except this game against Hikaru. Maybe he played also very good, but I really outplayed. But other games, I think I played really very good, and I like my game. And hopefully, I will come to candidates with my best form. So right now, I'm in training camps, so training for candidates.
All right. Good luck to you in your training camps, and good luck towards the candidates. And congratulations again on winning, Jakubir.
Thank you.
All right, so that was the winner, Sindarov, who won his final 3 games and was able to clinch the 10 points. And let's take a look at the standings now for this first split, for this third split, but first week. And here we see the points that have been delegated. So a lot of guys taking important points when in the absence of Magnus.
Exactly. Great news for especially those at the top, Sindarov, Andrekin, MVL, Arjun, Erigaisi, I would say, because they really need it. They're in great positions now on the overall leaderboard. For the likes of Materia, we mentioned Ibarra, also was a guest here at Title Tuesday a few weeks ago, a Spanish Grandmaster. Great to see him get on the leaderboard. I want to shout out as well, especially 13th place, an FM from Ireland, Stephen Jessel, probably the performance of a lifetime to get 13th place here at Title Tuesday.
Sadly, 0 points though, as we have included in this graphic, but still an impressive feat and probably his new personal best. But the most important thing, of course, being these Champions Chess Tour points, which are the way to qualify for the Esports World Cup. And we can welcome to the studio Krikur. You've been sitting in the streaming booth. And how did the end of the tournament go for you?
It was a nice end. At least I won the last 2 games. I had a great start. The middle rounds were not so good to me, so I lost like 3 in a row. And then had like a draw that could turn into a loss, but at least held to a draw. And then the finishing was decent with 2 wins. After all, 7 out of 11 is a decent result. That's usually what I get every week. 7, 7.5 sometimes. 8 is already very tough to get for me, but sometimes we do, yeah. So it was a good, solid event at the end.
Yeah, we were paying attention to your games several times throughout the day. And have you ever been told that you look like a certain celebrity?
I've heard. People told me. People told me what people said. I think it was the first time I heard.
You and Christian, you were one of the first to identify Krikur as George Clooney. And
that's a nice compliment.
Okay, that's good to hear.
I'll accept it.
Yeah. Very good.
And you have been streaming for so many years, and you have been sharing your chess online on YouTube for more than 15 years, from what I could tell. How do you see like the development of chess content creation? I mean, it's become very, very popular online these days.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the beginning it was just for fun, just like recording like during tournaments and stuff, like after games, you know, just random talk. And we were not expecting anyone just to watch, just putting videos just to, you know, save them. But now it became like something massive, especially for the Portuguese language also. There are so many players that watch and so many amateurs that just love the game, and they like to watch like competitive games like this, instructional content. So it has changed so much over the years, and I had no idea it would become like something so important. As people tell me a lot, like it's a habit for them, like just watching chess every day. Like at the end of the day, just sit there for like half an hour, watch a video. It became part of people's lives. So that's a lot of it's fun to know that.
And are you still playing a lot of like classical tournaments? We heard that David, you played each other in the Olympiad at some point.
A couple of times in the Olympiads.
Couple of times.
Ah, right, 2 times, right?
2012 and
12 and
2022.
22 in India, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we played also in some other event in Isle of Man, yeah? Once.
Isle of Man, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're still playing a lot of classical chess?
Not a lot. I still play like 3 or 4 classical events a year. So I still like to play a lot. Usually it doesn't fit so much in my schedule nowadays. So I still play a little bit, but much less than before. Before I used to come to Europe, like spend a month, 2 months in Europe. And now it's just some big events, some like opens in Brazil, and eventually like play the World Cup last year. When I qualify, it's a nice event. So I'm definitely not as professional as I was as a player, but I still like to play, and sometimes I'm here and there playing.
And you get to travel a bit for chess, and I'm wondering, because we've had other guests from South America, and they complain that Oslo is very cold. Do you have any kinder words to describe Oslo with?
It is definitely cold.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying, definitely. I'm enjoying here. I mean, I got here yesterday. I've been to Norway in 2014 in the Olympiad in Tromsø, which was very, very nice experience also. But definitely I like the city, and I'll be traveling to Bergen tomorrow to like get to know a little bit more the country. So I'm definitely excited to be here, and I'm enjoying.
Well, that's very good to hear, and thank you for being here, and thank you to everyone who watched us this week. We will be back with week 2 of the Spring Split next week. See you then.
We saw Serrano getting frustrated, getting a bit lost in the endgame maze here. And rather than taking that pawn, Hikaru went walkabout with his king. Oh, he does it now, and MVL's blundered.
Oh, but he has less than 10 seconds, Nihal.
Time though. This is it. I think he's got enough time. 8 seconds. He's going to get a queen. 8 seconds is more than enough with the queen. And there we go. MVL doesn't even try. He resigns. The lead has been taken down.
Here we go.